proper circle for it.
Hello and welcome. I am the last hit point hero, and you have found your way to TPK Roleplay. We are so very glad you're here and hope you enjoy your stay. Over the course of the next several months, we shall be playing our way through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Into the blowing snow, toward a goblin scourge, through the winter winds. But to what end? First and foremost, no attempt to make this story child appropriate has occurred. This is a narrative of cold isolation, alien incursion, self-centered divinities. This actual play stream contains adult language, scary images, violence, environmental horror, generally speaking, a great deal of cold. Our players are here to warm the night. Safety tools are in place for the players, but you, as a viewer, do not have such a luxury, so if you are aware of any sensitivities to the listed topics, please keep a teleportation spell prepped and readied just in case. Barring that ready action, kick back, relax, keep all heads, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Slap the follow button to join the wonderful world of TPK Roleplay. Click the Discord link that I just know will pop into chat at any moment to be a part of the wonderful community there. And above all else, be good. That's the rule. Be good. Numero second if oh wait, I gotta ping. Check my ping first. Oh, there we are. The other part, with no other announcements in mind, you may not know these amazing players, so we are going to take a moment to remedy that. Everyone here will say hello, introduce themselves and their characters, plug other shows or projects they're working in, games they play, and inspired by Sir Heck last week and the amazing inaugural stream earlier this afternoon. If you missed that, catch the VOD. Sir Heck, you can link yourself here. I think we shout out streamers when we do. And inspired by them, what is your character's... Oh, wait, we did the warm beverage. We did it twice because we had to burn time. Which means...
What about dessert?
Dessert. Your character's favorite dessert. There we go. So, your character's favorite dessert. Now, young Foxy will be in shortly. He is on his way home. Was busy having his voice be heard in town at a protest earlier this afternoon and is making his way in. That is those announcements. That is plenty of time to think of favorite dessert. So we shall begin our introductions, and we shall work our way up and around. Rox, you are the new first one on the docket because I'm just going to go above me and around from now on. So, starting directly above me, star of the digital stage, with magic that cannot be gauged. He is the best, by him we're blessed. He's Rox, the character mage.
You're too nice. You're just too nice. Hi, everybody. I'm Rox. Pronouns he, him. I'll be playing Neo tonight. Pronouns also he, him. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok at Rox the Wizard. And Neo's favorite dessert, I was supposed to think and I did not, homemade chocolate chip cookies, because who doesn't love those?
Oh,
Truth. An excellent choice. Working up to the upper left corner of your screen, there once was a nymph from the north. With power we watched fountain forth. Their dice are so fine and RP divine. This is the great nymph of the north.
I'm from the Midwest.
You're north of me.
Yeah, that's fair. Hi, everyone. I'm Niffinif. I'm playing Lane, the human warlock boy, who also might just be the Mandalorian in disguise, it turns out. Lane uses he, hims, I use they, them. And my dessert would be, my head is just going to like pancakes. for some reason. Like, I feel like that's a thing that he made a tradition with his kids. Is like, okay, like like Saturday night is pancake night, and they always do like stuff like that. So I feel like that's the dessert, the sweet thing that they get. It's all like syrup and stuff. Yeah.
Peanut butter on pancakes. If
Ew.
you don't, try it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nutella, yes. Peanut butter, no.
No.
Peanut
Ugh.
butter on pancakes. You still use the syrup. Trust me. Life will be changed.
I like it. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I eat anything, but yes,
Yep.
I agree.
Same.
See?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
New horizons. Continuing up and around in the upper right corner of your screen, Al of the hair often red, wants all of the monsters dead. Their character's nice, but not their dice. Roll initiative. Al needs fed.
That was amazing, Dane. Does everybody know that Dane can dance and like did ballet at one point? That's my answer for tonight's question.
I did
anyway,
ballet for a few years, jazz for a few years, and tap for a few years.
What?
I know. Isn't that wild? I know, right, Heka?
I never would have guessed.
I need a routine.
There you go.
I can't
Special
dance at all.
sub-goal, sub-anniversary or something we'll do. Maybe the DM will dance for us.
It's
my
name.
Go ahead.
My name is Al Lucart, and my pronouns are they, them. I am a sci-fi fantasy illustrator focusing in tabletop games. I've done a lot of games. You can check them out on my website, which is lucartstudio.com. And you can follow me on my socials, which is Al_Lucart. And Mirth's favorite dessert is a baked Alaska.
I can see it.
I hate them personally, but Mirth would love them. I think they're horrific, but Mirth would love a baked Alaska. And in case you haven't heard of it, it's this massive, strange. It looks like not like. Oh, how would you describe? It looks like whipped cream, but like burnt on the outside, and it's a whole activity. A meringue, that's what it looks like. It's like a giant meringue with weird like. It's baked on the outside and has cold things on the inside. And I don't know, on a personal level, I've been fascinated by those, but I've never liked them. I'll leave that for Mirth.
That's the great thing about TTRPGs. It's something we can be interested in, but not really like, and our characters can love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Continuing in the right center section of your screen. Called by many the desert sage, with knowledge that cannot be caged, trust that T knows from them knowledge flows, on ignorance war shall be waged.
Hello, I'm T, and that's quite an introduction. My pronouns are he, they, and I play Brahm, the human paladin. His pronouns are he, him. Currently, I'm only playing this game as a streaming game, but I do have a comic that I'm slowly uploading everything for at shiningascensioncomic.com if you want to take a look. We'll be hopefully working on issue 3 and 4 sometime in the near future. Otherwise, as far as desserts, I don't reference it very often, but Brahm did grow up a rich boy, and his favorite dessert is actually warm chocolate cake. Like, not super warm, but like still a little bit warm and very moist with a lot of like egg and butter, which is not something accessible to people who don't have a lot of money. So sorry, privilege speaking. He likes his rich chocolate cakes, and that's
Brahm has an indulgence.
He does. He probably hasn't eaten it in like 5 years, but when he was home, that was something that he liked, and he misses it. But yeah, that's probably more money than anyone could ever imagine eating in a single sitting, to be honest.
Prepared for him by who knows how many servants that work around the noble's home.
Yep. And like probably an entire like it's probably like 10 of their wages for a year in a dish. Just putting it out there, like the cocoa, the sugar,
2%.
Yeah,
Yep.
like all the milk.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to see if Brahm's privilege catches up with him. Is he aware or ignorant? We'll have to see.
Proletariat rising up.
Yep.
Careful, Brahm.
Character
Careful, Brahm.
development.
Well, he's lived as a monk since he joined like the church when he was like
Okay,
16.
okay.
So he hasn't lived like that in a long time. But
Or
that is a thing.
or he thinks because he's lived like a monk that he understands fully. Double-edged sword.
like
Double-edged
double.
It's
sword.
true.
Went to summer
Russian
camp
nesting
once.
doll.
I am, as I said, your humble dungeon master, the last hit point hero. I use he, him pronouns and various pronouns for the characters throughout the game. We will be diving right back into the middle of a mess for the fight this evening. Now, we know that T will keep... We'll keep our poor Foxy's character up on his feet. So we are going to be remote controlling him for a bit, but to bring everyone back up to speed, there was a little bit of a mission handed to Brahm by Sir Lejar to head south and deal with some goblins that had been ambushing people along the road. The party, of course, left the very next morning, and of course ran into a blizzard within just a couple hours, and of course ran into some problems in the snow. It wouldn't be Icewind Dale unless there was something not good hiding in the snow. And so they're being in the middle of a fight with these 4 humans, absolutely ravaged by frostbite, wearing rags for clothes, doing creepy things like speaking in unison, and generally speaking not coming across as nice folks while they beat them with giant shards of chardalyn. So that's where we left off. And as always, I have a little bit of an opening scene, and we will dive right back in with the chardalyn berserkers' turn. But before we get to that, hope buried in the ever-dark, we come to lead the warm across the ice into the arms of darkness. 4 figures stumble through the snow and bitter cold, drawn by pinpoints of warmth, their hunt never stopping until their bodies give out. Aye, what was that you say? A pair of Durgar, covered in thick coats, stop, pause, and look around. One pauses, squinting into the blowing snow. I didn't say nothing. You're losing it, Bimbrick. I could have swore I heard something. Maybe just a damned wind. Truth be told, I'm quite happy with the dark up here. Cold's fine, too. But Zardarak should have warned us about wind. I hate wind. Hope buried in the ever... There it is again. Ugh. I heard it too that time. Come to lead the warm, what in the 9 hells? Into the arms of darkness. Back to the middle of a fight, where 4 berserkers begin clubbing away at all of you. We'll begin with the one next to Sir Brahm. This chardalyn berserker in the snow is whipping, the blizzard is roaring, and with his club he goes a-flailing. So he swings. Does a 19 hit Brahm? I think it does.
Yeah, sure does.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I had to
That's
open the
totally
sheet.
a yes.
So that is 10, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. It will take its second flail attack against the knight in shining armor that has been beating the tar out of the person next to it. A 23 will hit.
My boyfriend, Gerard.
Gerard, the knight in shining armor that showed up just outside the North Look in order, saying that he was going to protect Mirth. That is 1 that hits pretty hard for 9 damage on them, and they need to make or attempt a Constitution saving throw as well, which they pass with ease and are not bothered. Brahm, what was that con save?
That was bad, very bad, and I should have actually rolled it. But yeah, it was bad.
5. You are poisoned, so you are at disadvantage for your next set of attacks. That's
Alright.
their attacks. The one next to them is going to start by is actually going to start by using the ability they're supposed to use. It's madness. I have to roll a d6, so it may do nothing. In fact, I'll roll twice, because the first one didn't. 5 and a 3, that one's perfectly fine. It is going to go absolutely berserk and just take this little chardalyn dagger that it has and try and lay into first the knight in shining armor that tried to hit it. Missed terribly, and hit with a 19. So it will stab at the poor knight for more, and he will have to attempt another con save. Fails that one, so he's poisoned too. You just this berserker just goes crazy, just ching ching ching. You can hear the chardalyn bouncing off the plate mail until it finds a weak spot and the one next to Lane and the giant Azerus and Neo is going to well, first we're going to see if it goes mad. It doesn't, and takes a swing at everyone recklessly. It will start with Lane to the left and work their way around. So Lane, a 15 to hit.
Oh, get out of here.
Second attack then, a 17 to hit.
Yeah, get in here.
That is 4 damage. Make a Constitution save. And it will attack you with its third attack. For 15 to hit, misses. And then let me know your con save when you get to it. And then the 18. 18 passes. The one
Come on,
above
y'all. Try
Neo
harder.
is going to it continues this looping phrase that they do as it's going to attempt to spike Neo with its dagger. 23 to hit.
I think I also used the dodge.
Oh, you did.
Command.
So it's a wash instead of reckless. So the 23 is because he attacks with advantage when he's doing reckless.
Oh no.
23 hits. That's 11 damage.
Oh no. Dang, 11.
Baby.
And then
Baby.
I need a con save from you.
He looking pretty bad. Let's see here.
Well, you roll that. Take
Nat 1.
You are also poisoned and will be attacking at disadvantage. And then it will take its other 2 attacks at Azerus. 13, 23 will hit. So Azerus takes 10. And T, if you could roll a con save for Azerus, I would appreciate it.
He has advantage.
Oh wait, he's poison doesn't
immune.
affect him. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
So just clink, clink, clink.
Oof, how much damage did he take?
10. I already.
Oh, you already took it off him?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I was like,
Can I use cutting words to take a d6 off of what our little guy just took over there?
Yes. The one, the attack off Neo or the attack off of...
On Neo.
Yes. Go ahead.
6.
Thank you.
So Mirth looks over him and says, that staff does not match those trousers. And is going to harm his heart, what remains of it, with the fashion advice. So
The maddened, frostbitten berserker glances your way as you say that, and the dagger that was going straight to Neo's chest goes sideways and just glances off of his shoulder instead. That's
what I thought.
all of them. So Lane, you are up.
Excellent. And by that I mean anything but. This friend is Hexblade cursed, so that is the one that I will please be targeting with.
Oh, he also took 2d6 fire damage at the start of his turn. So T,
oh
if you'd
man,
roll
what
that
a shame.
yeah.
What a shame about that. I just have my 1 attack, so let's hope this goes fine.
He takes 5 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Warlocks are great at doing one thing, and they do it damn well.
That's true. 15.
A 15 will hit.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray. I know what damage dice it does after like 3 months of playing this character. It's fine. Hey. I do 9 points of damage to it, please.
9 is enough to kill it.
Ah, I get hit points back then. I heal right on up.
Perfect.
Yay, 1 down, 3 to go.
Hello, friend.
Foxy's live.
It's me.
Yeah. Hey, Foxy.
Hello.
Hello,
Welcome to the
ladies,
fun
gents, and all those in
zone.
between and beyond. How we feeling?
Pretty good.
Good. Glad you're here.
I'm here.
Just
I
cut
exist.
a zombie in half.
That sounds like a really
Meet
good thing that
Azerus.
happened. That's pleasing news to bring me into. What else we got going on besides zombies being cut in half? Anything else? Cool?
We're all at very low hit points.
You
Okay,
have
that's not as good
pleasing.
news.
That's not true. I'm at full health.
You are good. Everyone else is at low
It's
health.
true. At this point, you also have a +2 Foxy BT.
Oh, thanks, Chat.
I didn't
You guys
give
are
it to you. Tony did.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah, he
I owe
can be
you
nice
kisses later,
sometimes. I would like to. That's a friend, right?
Yes,
That's
is
Gerard.
Gerard.
So if I move here, If I move here, I'm not disengaging, right?
Correct.
Sweet. I would like to, in fact, even move here, and just yell and harass these two to try and get them to target me instead of anyone else.
Okay.
And just being annoying and like trash talking of like, see, I just got that guy. Get over here. Come here. And just like, bring it, please. Except I don't say please.
Sounds like
Yep.
a plan. All right. A little bit of arm waving and flailing. Sir Brom.
All right, my dog is barking like nobody's business, but Braum is going to take a 5-foot step away from the berserker and do lay on hands with himself.
Okay. So in 5th edition, the 5-foot step doesn't exist anymore. While the dog barks, what I will do is I will give Foxy's introduction, because I like the introduction I wrote for Foxy, and I'm really glad I get to use it.
Yay!
So,
It's the song, I swear to God.
oh no, you're gonna like it. I even left it open.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Lord of Philly's spoken scene, aka Foxy Fox went on screen, aka Foxtrot 5, this word missile is live, all hail for here comes the Fox King.
Damn, that was impressive.
On it.
Actually, not bad at all. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Young Foxy, late to the party, as always, because, that's how we get down. Tonight, I'm that big robot you see over there. His name's Azerus, and he's a pretty cool dude when he's not angry. Unfortunately, he's very angry right now, so let's do some killing.
He is much anger. Braum is going to lay on hands himself,
Okay.
since he's at disadvantage for this turn anyway, so he's probably not going to hit.
Sounds good. Use
Did you already
as
add it?
many... I didn't add anything.
I don't know why his hit points went up. Confused.
How much do you want to add?
I was going to use all 20, but I think I was at 6, wasn't I? Or 9? No, I was at
you're
9.
9, yes.
Okay, I didn't save the change. That's what happened.
Okay. So you're going up
I was just like, wait, I have way more hit points. What is happening?
So you went up to
All right.
29.
All right, now he's not dying.
All right. Neo.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, Braum. Anything else?
I don't think he can do anything else.
No,
I
lay
can
on
cast-
hands is an action.
Yeah, it really sucks. Next time I can cast a spell if he gets poisoned again.
Okay. Neo, you're up.
Yay! Neo's going to take the bad one in front of him, and he's going to give it a swift kick to the head.
Yes.
Kick him in the
And
head.
I'm going to use a key point to use Fury of Blows.
Perfect.
Good.
I have disadvantage. I also remember that. Okay, 18 for one.
That'll hit.
10 for the second.
That'll miss.
Okay, some of these are good. Ooh, some of these are bad. And 9 for the third.
That'll miss 2. You got 1 kick
And
in. The kick to the head worked.
Man.
he's gonna do a whopping 60 points of damage.
6. All right.
Still 6 more than 0.
That's right. That's right.
You kick him in the side of the head, and the rest of a frostbitten ear comes off, but he doesn't seem bothered by it.
Ugh.
And I end my turn.
Okay. Azerus.
Shaboy. All right, here we go. This one out here seems to be functioning, so let's see if we can do anything about that. I'm gonna try to hit it. I'm also gonna use my maneuver.
Okay.
Because I got a maneuver, because I have a superiority die. So I'm gonna do it. First, I gotta see if I hit the attack first.
Right.
That is a 16 plus whatever my attack bonus is, which I'm pretty sure is like 4 or 5.
That will definitely hit.
It's a 5. Cool. So cool. So then I'm gonna do the damage that I do, which would be 2d6 plus that 3, which is my strength bonus, which is pretty fire personally. That is a 5 and a 6, plus an additional d6 damage from my disarming attack. Oh, sorry. Do these guys have a visible weapon on them? Like
They are using shards of chardalyn as daggers.
All right, that sounds dangerous enough that I'm gonna knock it out of his goddamn hand.
Yep.
That's 5 more damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna need it to make a strength saving throw, please and thank you,
Strength saving throw.
if you don't mind.
A 9.
That's a fail.
That's a failure.
So yeah, Azerus kind of just wheels around.
Wow.
recognizes This guy still has a whatever that shard of ice is, and raises it up on his favorite little boy there, and that's not allowed. So just kind of just like invert his wrist a bit and like spin his sword around. It sort of knocks the shard of ice away and also cuts pretty deeply into the arm there. And then Azerus kind of just looks at him just like,
The black crystal goes flying through the blizzard. Neo's the only one that can track it as it disappears into the snow. Anything else, Azerus?
do I have anything? Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna save that until it's necessary. So I will do absolutely nothing right now.
Oh,
Actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna second wind.
second wind.
So here
Yes.
comes that. Cool, full 10.
Perfect.
So that's 10 plus 4. So I get 14 hit points back. It's
Perfect.
in some weird sort of corrosive, some weird kind of like magic almost. It kind of just see like bits of my plating kind of just shifts back together a bit.
Cool.
Got
All
it.
science is magic if you try hard enough. Didn't Thor say something like that at some point? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was Thor. Anything else, Azerus?
Nope. Have fun, kids.
All right, so that goes on to the wonderful new knight in shining armor friend, who is unfortunately poisoned. So he is attacking with disadvantage, but he is persistent in his attacks. He's gonna focus on the one he's been focusing on, because that seems like the thing to do. His spear begins to spin, and takes a first attack. It would have been a crit if he wasn't poisoned, but it still hits. Second one hits, and the third one also hits. All 3 hit, amazingly.
Good job.
Oh, wait, no,
Gerard.
the 10 misses. Sorry, that's a 10. Oh, it says 2 GM. I hate whispered rolls so much. Okay, fixing that next time. So 2 of 3 hit. The first one does... Why'd it roll it like that? It rolled it for crit damage. That's why I rolled it like 2d6 plus 4. I'll do it this way. So that is 8 damage from the first attack, and he keeps the spear, just spins all the way around his head, and he gets deep in on the next one and does 12 damage on that one. So 12 and 8 is a total of 20 damage.
Wow.
And
Nice.
he calls over, "My lord, are you safe?"
I am now.
Stay clear.
Okay.
Mirth, you're up.
Okay.
Mirth promptly does not stay clear. He comes behind the 2 knights a little bit, and DM, would you say that it is like sleeting out? Or is it like big puffy flakes?
Full blizzard? You've got hard snow, sleet, big puffy flakes. You've got a lot going on.
Is there enough for me to shape water and turn and trip this guy with ice?
I will let you shape water into ice, yes.
Hell yeah. Mirth is going to waterbend, but clumsily, because this is not like his ability. He just goes and he kind of stirs with his hand. And I think he's going to be a little creative, as bards are supposed to be. And for this one in front of Brahm, he's going to make the water on its trousers and its feet in the snow. He's going to change it to water and then harden it up with the intention of trying to hold him in place.
Okay, I was like, are you trying to give him nether region frostbite? Because
that too. Am I allowed?
No.
I mean, look, if it works.
What I was thinking was ice to slip him up so he falls. Would you rather he not move, or would you rather he perhaps
Oh shit,
fall?
he could be prone. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I'd rather prone.
All right, so I'm going to give him
slips.
a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
What is your spell save?
It is a 13.
13. So we'll use that as the DC as you begin forming the snow into more solid ice underneath, and he rolls a 20.
He just ice skates.
No.
Just pirouettes, man. Michelle Kwan. Yeah.
He starts to slip. One foot goes one way, the other, and there's a dramatic second where it looks like he's going to go down, and he does not.
Dang it. Mirth pauses and says, okay, maybe next time, and is going to use healing word on, oh golly, I already had this picked out. Lane, are you, just as a precursory glance between Brahm and Lane, who is looking more?
I am full health and looking very...
Brahm.
Yep.
Brahm is still ouchy.
Ooh.
No, I'm like in my element yelling at zombies.
The most
it's
hurt
fine.
right now
Leave
is
me
Neo.
alone. Go for baby.
Yes, Neo, save him.
That's true. Neo's crushed in the middle of all of them.
The boy. The
Bad.
lad.
I'm going,
the
oh my
baby.
god. Mirth is gonna come over and get within melee range, I guess, or like close enough, I suppose. He's not gonna like get well, he's gonna try and help, so he's gonna get like kind of chicken. He's like almost there, and he's like, hey, hands off, Neo, I'm coming, Neo, and you're gonna get 7 hit points back.
Aww.
Perfect.
He's like, thank you.
Mommy's got you. Who hurt you?
Thank you.
Takes out handbag.
All I'm thinking is that move, I'm gay.
I mean, true though.
Where are you at? What's Neo at, Rox? Hit point wise now.
21.
21. That's what I thought. I want to double check. I thought I was keeping track. All right. All done, Mirth? All right. The 3 remaining berserkers don't even glance when their companion goes down. They don't even look his way at all. Each of them may succumb to madness. We'll start with the one next to Brahm. Does not. The one next to Lane does not. And the one next to Neo does not. So all of them just remain focused. All of them go... they go reckless again. Which, I should remind everyone, you get advantage against them because they're reckless. Sorry, it's the way it is every time, but I don't think it's mattered yet. So we'll start with the one next to Brahm, and it's going to do 1 attack for each bad guy as far as they're concerned next to it. So that is a 10, misses Brahm. A 21 will hit the poor knight that's just here to help, taking 8 damage and forcing another...
Oh, don't harm Gerard.
Another con save from them. An 11 fails, so he is poisoned yet again. And then the last dagger turning around to slash at Lane for all of a 9. It was awful. The one in between...
This is Lane's fight, man. Lane's not getting hit. It's great.
This is true.
The one in between does the same thing, starting with Brahm. 22 to hit. For 5 damage. And attempt a con save for me, while the berserker just flails their arms, spinning in circles, throwing daggers at everyone they can see. Turns around, tries to get Lane. You pass with that 22. Is a 13 hit Lane? Okay.
No way.
Then the last one also has 3 targets, so it does not have a weapon, though. So if it hits, it's only doing its strength mod and damage. And they're not proficient, so they don't get Level 4, so they are only a d20 plus 2. All right,
Nice.
do this. So that is the attack against the knight is a natural 20.
Oh, well.
So 6 damage.
Rip Gerard.
Poor Gerard is getting...
Better him than us.
I mean, low key.
I'm gonna yell, Neo, Gerard, Brom, Neo, Gerard, Brom. In the background.
Donkey!
A
Donkey.
15 to hit Neo.
Yes!
That was so
You take
good.
your 3 damage.
Oh my god, I love you, Rox.
You turn around and you just catch a fist straight in the face. It has shortened
No.
fingers that have been lost to frostbite, and just.
Ew.
And then it tries to climb a fist against the bot for a 19. They are rolling
Oh,
hot.
19 to hit.
So 3 damage to you.
Okay.
That is all of them, and it circles back to Lane again.
Foxy, Azerus should like disarm all of them or try to.
That was the game plan. I'm gonna
Then they
go
won't
one
be
at a
able to-
time.
Yeah, because then they won't be able to hurt us as much.
Trust me, that is the game plan.
Sounds good. To
Out of the
me,
way,
man.
kids. Papa's going fishing.
Good.
All right. Which of the two in front of me looks worse? I'm cutting down.
I mean, they're both pretty
Left.
fucking ugly if you ask me, but that's.
The one between you and the knight in shining armor protector is in really rough shape.
Well, let us find the die that I literally had 10 seconds ago. Nope, that's not happening. We're just gonna find new dice and we're just gonna roll with it. It was a natural 20, so
I say
yay!
you're at advantage, but there you go.
I'm good. I think I'm set. I'm gonna hold it. I rolled a 1 on the die,
Okay, well,
so doubled to 2, so total of 6.
6.
That was a great crit.
You felt really good on the swing. It was perfect form, but you were so focused on the form, you forgot to put the strength behind it.
I don't have strength. It's fine. Thought this was my fight.
That could be it.
I was confident.
Anything else, Lane?
Continue yelling and taunting them to come this way instead of attack my friends.
Okay. Sir Brahm.
All right, Brom's gonna try and hit. 6. Brom's gonna try and hit this guy. Oh wait, are you guys getting flanking between them too? And I'm at advantage, right?
You're at advantage because they all attacked recklessly. So,
Okay.
flanking is just advantage in this.
Ah, right. I'm sorry, I played too many board games. Okay, I'm gonna attack. So I'll roll here. Come on, guys. I got 18. Is 18 good enough to hit?
18's good enough to hit.
Twice? Okay,
You can fish for a crit if you want to roll twice, though.
sure. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but
Got a 5% chance.
no. I got a 19, but
Nope, still just hits.
You didn't believe
No.
hard enough. If you believed a little bit harder, you gotta just believe a little bit harder.
I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna roll my damage.
Mhm.
So let's see. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to click this again for damage. What would it hit with that too? 13.
13. Roll 20 is treating you well for that roll.
For that singular roll,
So that-
and not all of last session.
The greatsword goes arcing through the air, just cuts a deep swath through the frost-bitten weirdo. I don't know how you'd describe them. Not quite zombies, but not quite alive either.
Mm,
Anything else, Brom?
half frozen. Braum prepares his next move and shifts his footing a little bit.
Okay.
I should have remembered to do my radiant damage next time. All right.
Okay. Neo, you are up.
Are we still poisoned? Or am I still poisoned?
It's for one turn all the way through. So
Okay. Yay!
You are not anymore.
Neo's going to assume that he kicked with the wrong foot last time because he kicked with his left foot. So this time he's going to try with his right foot. And we're going to attack with Fury of Blows as well.
And with advantage, because they attacked recklessly.
Yay. Okay, 19.
That'll hit.
Oh, thank you, advantage. 15.
That'll hit.
And 20.
That'll
Non-net.
hit.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yay!
That's the 3 hits. You begin to notice that these things don't seem to even be trying to dodge the attacks.
That makes me feel a little bit better. 14 damage total.
14 total. Just boom, 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 boom.
And I'm going to use my open hand technique to make him fall prone. So I need a dex saving throw.
Dex saving
Yes.
throw it is. Here it comes. A 5. Fails.
Wow. Yay!
So it's
Prone is amazing.
Poop,
Yes,
poop,
good
poop, poop,
job.
Yes.
with one last slap, spins completely and just sprawls onto the snow.
Nice.
And then my turn is done.
Azerus.
All right, places to go, people to disarm. You know how this works. Coming right over here. And this guy still have any shard ice in his hand?
He does.
Let's work on fixing that if we can. Cool, crit. Anyway,
Nice.
Yay!
oh, also I forgot to
You
add my
wish
giant
hard
smite
enough.
damage last time because I'm still giant smited. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all those. There's 46 of damage coming at this guy in grand total,
Sounds good.
plus a 3 from my strength. That's a up. Okay, hold up. I dropped 1. That's fine. So that's
Make it rain.
2, 4, plus another
Let's do
5
it.
is 9, plus another 3 is 11. I can do math. I promise.
11.
No, wait, that's 12. Actually, it's 12 plus the 3, which would be 15, and then I crit. I don't know how you want to math that out.
It's
You
better math than me.
Double your dice that were on the crit.
Okay, so that was just these 2, which would be the 5 and the 2. So that's another 7.
7? 7's enough.
Yeah.
So you take
Thank
your
God for Azerus.
massive sword and you like hack at it with the intent of aiming for the crystal shard, but because of where he's holding it, it's like in between his face and you miss the shard and just take him off at the eyes.
Oh, that won't come off my sword easily.
There's a moment
Oh my
of
God.
just silence, and you can barely hear coming out of its mouth, "Warm across the ice into the arms of darkness."
Yeah, I'll kick it over.
Before
Azerus just like foot up, just like foot up, just poof. Tired of these fucking things.
As it
I don't
falls.
blame you.
Anything else, Azerus?
Language.
Nope.
There are small ears next to you.
I want to
Okay.
just say that after Neo and Azerus did their cool moves, Mirth would have made, using prestidigitation, in a show of hopefulness, like sparkles and like kind of a music happen in the background, like a fighting game when you take someone out.
Perfect.
That's my contribution.
Perfect.
Because those were badass moments.
The
Very good.
knight in shining armor is going to turn and say, "My lord, I specifically asked that you keep distant, keep safe." And we'll focus on the one that's on the ground. So there's a lot of advantage. A hit, a crit, and a hit.
Ooh.
For 6 and 17 and 12.
Wow.
I can do these one at a time. I'll let roll 20 do the math. 6 minus 17 minus 12. So this knight turns to Mirth. "My lord, you shunk," just jabs a spear into the guy on the ground. "You must shunk, get to safety, shunk."
The only place I feel safe is in your arms.
the one on the one on the ground, the thing on the ground, it's still saying, "We come to lead the warm across the ice," and it's trying to get up.
Ew.
Mirth, your turn.
Brom groans softly, like from far. Even though he's far away, like he still groans a little bit at the fanning. Sorry, Mirth.
Is it? No, that's fair. Is it still? It's not down, is it?
It's trying to
like
get back up.
It's trying to get back up. No.
Quick,
let's
go
see
kick
what-
it.
Okay. What if I did just kick it though? Can you imagine?
You would only do
I
your
would miss.
strength
I think you
modifier
should.
and
I would
damage.
I would literally miss. Okay, Mirth is just after he sees Neo, it's like bitch slapping one of them. It's like, oh, okay, and then is gonna run right back over here after being told to stay out of the way. Like Mirth is like hovering at the perimeter, but instead of it running, it's like awkward like lizard walk because we're on snow, and he lizard walks quickly over, and I think he takes out his crossbow and has a go at Creeper.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
So you are at advantage because they're reckless and at disadvantage because you're using a ranged attack in a blizzard.
So it's normal. I got an 18 plus whatever, but I assume that hits, right?
Yes, that'll hit. My blizzard sound stopped.
Okay.
When did that happen?
Oh man, after Neo slapped him to the ground. Let's see, how much does my little dude do? Oh. 10 damage.
10. A
I shoot it.
respectable crossbow bolt into the straight into the
Wow.
collarbone. Ah. Anything else,
And
Mirth?
stay down. And then Mirth is going to, what, is there anything else I can do for all of you?
Oh wait, to clarify, did you shoot the one on the ground or the one next to Braum?
The one that's on the ground.
Oh, you killed him. He stops moving.
Hey!
Hooray! Good job.
Oh, good.
And
Hopefully,
y'all were-
okay, cool.
Come on.
Yeah, that one.
So you, sorry about that.
I don't
So
think
you
there's much
take a
else I can
shot
do.
at the one at the ground. It's on the ground. There's a blizzard. You can't really see. So there's kind of this moment of just, well, I hope it hits. And there's just this, and you don't hear them on the ground chanting anymore.
I want to step on its
I
head.
think I got one! And Mirth thinks in his head, was this a kill steal? Feels a little
I
bad.
don't think
Hey,
anyone cares about kill steals right now. Let's be completely
No,
honest.
you
We're,
got
we're
that
like
Neo's
fighting
little
to
bit
survive.
smiling.
We're really
Secure,
just glad
okay?
we're dead.
I play more than enough League. We call those kills secures, okay?
Yes.
Aw, I like that.
The
Yeah.
last remaining berserker is just no sentiment at all as its chorus gets quieter and quieter. Oh, buried in the everdark, we come to lead the warm across the ice, and turns to just lay into, well, go reckless and go full into Braum. We'll see what happens.
Great.
So with advantage, oh wait, they might go mad. That would be anticlimactic. On a d6, they rolled a 6. They do not go mad. And just starts swinging this crystalline dagger. A 17 to hit.
Yep, that hit.
A 22 will hit, and an 18 will hit.
Oh.
All three hit. As this dagger just there starts clawing at your helmet and your, I don't know if Braum has a visor, clawing at your face, grabbing a hold of your
doesn't-
breastplate and like pulling it down to try and jab behind. And
Oh my god.
this thing is just
Yeah, he
going
doesn't have a visor, unfortunately.
crazy. So that is 9.
Oof.
And make a Constitution saving throw. 4 and 6. So a total of 19 damage.
Ooh, not good.
Could have been worse.
Lead every grabs your breastplate, pulls it down. We come to lead. Pushes you away, gets underneath your arm. Every single soft
Oh,
spot
I
just
got
fine.
a 7, damn it.
And you're poisoned by it.
Tragic.
Okay.
Oh, wrong shit.
Lane, you are up.
We rolling. We sorting.
I'm sorry, are they at disadvantage after doing this or no?
You're at
Don't remember.
disadvantage, and they.
I am now.
And yes, and everyone is at advantage attacking them.
I'm at advantage. I keep losing dice on my desk, y'all. This is dangerous.
Not helpful.
Math. 22.
Yes, that'll hit.
Thank you. No ones. Okay. It's a 3. Cool. So
Not a one.
7 points of damage from Lane.
7. Anything else, Lane?
Yes, I would like to still be yelling and like pulling at this guy to be like, face me, you coward.
Okay. He is unfazed. Sir Braum.
All right. Brom's gonna try and hit him. I'm assuming that the being at disadvantage and being at advantage are going to cancel each other out, probably.
Just one roll.
All right, Brom, you better hit. 11 plus 4, 6. So that's... You got a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And 15.
15. Holy cow. Roll20 loves your damage dice, that's for sure.
It loves my damage dice. It doesn't love my anything else dice.
Your great sword.
Okay, 25 to hit on the roll. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, but every other time it's been like 1 or 2. Speaking of which,
You swing and you take
you
you take what's left of its hand off, but it seems undaunted with this chardalyn dagger in the other hand.
All right, now jump him.
Neo.
Jump
Get
him.
Fight back. Fight back.
Neo's going to move around. 15, 20, 25. And he's going to use produce flame to shoot a fireball at his head.
Okay. Because of the good table from before and you ignoring weather conditions, you do not get disadvantage, which means you're at advantage because they attacked recklessly.
Yay. Watch me miss anyway.
No, you're gonna do great.
Positive vibes, friend. Positive vibes.
21.
See?
21
Nice.
hits.
Okay. And 7 damage.
And 7 damage. This ball of fire goes arcing through the snow. You can hear the sizzle as the snow and ice melt around it. The rags this being is wearing catch fire and just start slowly burning away. Azerus.
So, DM, do these things seem to have any emotional response at all to us so far?
None.
All right, so they definitely aren't going to feel any fear. In which case, all right, there's not really a point in bothering to disarm this. I mean, I guess I can still disarm it. There's only one guy left. We'll be safe with it. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Pardon me, kids, coming through. Excuse me. And I'm going to hit it really hard in the head with my sword.
All right.
Straightforward plan, I know, but that's what it is.
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix
I'm on a
it.
19 to hit it.
That'll hit.
Coolio. Here comes. I'm not gonna do the menacing, or not gonna do a disarming attack this time. Actually, no, I can't actually. I already did two maneuvers. I can't. So this here comes just 3d6 damage. That's 7 plus the 3 of my strength, so that's 10.
10. 3 your strength.
Is he dead?
He's not dead.
Cool. Action surge.
Dang
Here
it.
comes another one.
Yes.
Did you action surge 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, you're right. That's my fault.
Yep.
Never mind. I won't
Exact.
actually do that thing I just said I was gonna do.
Because
Instead, I will
don't have a
simply
lot of
join
action
lane.
surges. Yep.
I will simply join lane in the screaming and shouting and distracting.
Yeah.
However, as I am much larger, it should be much harder to stay away
Hey.
from.
Rude.
Nothing personal. I mean, it's size categories, you know? Game mechanics. I'm sorry.
The knight in shining armor will excuse me and clang past Brahm to get between Mirth and the last creature, and again look over his shoulder and say, "Excellent shot, my lord. Excellent shot."
I think Mirth actually blushes and doesn't have anything to say.
Whoa.
23, 23, 23. All 3 hits. For
Can we keep him for more than 6 days, please?
14, 13, 14. So
A year at least.
the
You gotta marry this guy. I'm sorry.
this
Did you give lessons?
You gotta keep him. Keep him around.
this warrior just starts stabbing with her spear over and over, and the last one catches right up underneath as the jaw, as this thing is trying to go through another one of its verses of "We come hope buried in the ever," and it just stops
Perfect.
and falls to the ground. All of them, unmoving. Immediately, the warrior runs over next to Mirth. "My lord, you're safe."
Well, that was bracing. And I think Mirth is going to say, yes, thank you. Sort of looking at all the bloodiness and chaos and being a lot surprised at how competent the knight was. How he was able to hold his own next to Braum and everything and contribute really well. And I think Mirth is like, oh, wow, like this is a gift, like, and yeah, says thank you. And then I want to go check on everybody and make sure everything is okay. So yeah, Mirth is going to run over and check on Neo and everyone and fuss over everybody generally. And over Gladiator as well. Everyone will get fussage. Indeed.
Braum actually looks fairly shaken, and his hands kind of shake as he wipes his blade and puts it back. As you know, it'll rust and or stain if there's still blood on it. But his hands are shaking and he looks very shaken. It's quite clear that he at least understands how close to death they got. He's going to do... Who is injured besides him? Let me see. The baby boy has a little bit of damage.
Baby boy and robot boy.
Robot boy will live. Don't stress. I'm good. I did my job.
Braum is going
Braum
is going to expend his spells. And he's going to do Cure Wounds on himself, the baby boy, and Azerus. This actually work.
Lane will come up while you're still shaking and trying to deal with your sword and prestidigitate it for you, just to be like, we got you. Got you.
Oh, it won't roll for me. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. How do we spells?
No one knows.
Honestly, I think you just click the button and then roll some dice.
Yep.
I don't think it's
if you hit the button, it'll send it through, but you have to manually track your used slots.
Yeah.
Yes, I have all of them. He doesn't use the
Roll
spells.
20.
All right. 1.
Did you say we're going to do a short rest?
I hope so.
That's not a bad
Let's
idea.
do a short rest, and I will use Song of Rest, and we will all be fine.
That's a great
All
idea.
right. So, first one would go to Neo. Second one goes to himself. And third one goes to Azerus.
Coolio.
Thank you.
What time
Appreciate
of day was it again?
It is currently 10 a.m. You had left Bryn Shander heading south, got a few hours into your trip before the blizzard hit. You pushed through the blizzard for an hour before Neo spotted the berserkers and fireballed them, and they immediately rushed you.
Cool. Yeah. Well,
Oh, I vote that we just set up our igloo, F these bodies, and then do a short rest. If not a long one. Yeah. The goblins, I mean, let's go kick their butt, but also we can't kick their butt if...
Out of character, did we not stop in town to buy like things to make a better homey structure than just like making an igloo?
I feel like we did, but I don't...
There was a lot of talk of what you were going to buy, and basically I mean, if it's something you would have gotten, that's fine, but I mean, the igloo works really well, so there wouldn't have been any reason to have gotten anything else.
I don't have any flesh, so this cold thing is a little bit new to me, so if y'all think the igloo is the best way to go about it, then that's the plan we'll do.
Going from actual real life experience, igloo is more insulating and effective than tents.
Fine, fair enough.
Okay.
It's true.
This makes it sound like I personally have lived through a blizzard. I haven't, but I do live in a cold climate, so I do know that.
I was thinking about that.
I've not.
My tribe lives in mud igloos. Does that count? We live in a climate that gets super cold and super hot. So our houses are thick mud structures that are like slightly below the ground, which is really good at keeping out cold and really good at keeping out heat. Also, they sleep through the hot part of the day. So
I bought some igloo brand water ice last week. I don't know if that's anything.
Excellent.
Same thing.
Building the igloo in the blizzard takes twice as long. So instead of being set up in a half hour, it takes a full hour of building. You could probably use the rock wall nearby to base it, and I'd cut it back down to a half hour for that.
I'm a big boy too.
Mm-hmm.
I have the big boy. He can help.
I have a shield that we can just use as a shovel.
Yep.
as a side
We've
note,
got this down to a science.
It's
at
down
this
to a
point.
science. You
We've
go through
done
the
this.
motions,
Yeah.
and the question is, so you get done with your igloo, and it's still blizzarding. Is the plan to wait out the blizzard, or just do your hour and get back on the road?
we should wait out the
Out the
blizzard. but-
See
blizzard.
how it goes after an hour.
True. See where we're at in an hour. Maybe it gets like not as bad.
One thing Brom will do actually after in the middle of between constructing the igloo and this is that he'll go and inspect the bodies, and he kind of he'll look at their chardalyn weapons, because I think it's the same thing that they've been collecting the little crystals of, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
shouldn't we take the chardalyn?
Yes, so he's going to take the chardalyn and put it in his bag, but he also kind of checks over the people to see if they have any identification or anything that might help them.
And then Lane would say burn the bodies.
Oh, I was gonna say if any of them had functioning heads, Azerus would probably step on the heads if any of them sound like
You
relatively put
start
together heads.
going over. None of them have any packs or are carrying anything. There are these very crudely like nap-made crystalline daggers. Yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing, except for one. Now, as you're looking at them, the frostbite is severe. It's hard to explain just how severely frostbitten they are. Ears are gone, the tips of noses, multiple digits. But you do see around one of them's finger, there is what appears to be a ring of smooth ice. And even in the blizzard, a very close look, you can see a snowflake symbol that is carved into the ring of ice.
That like the ring that you had?
A little different, because that one was to brain's blanking. That one was to Levistus. This one is to someone else probably, but he try and slide it off of their finger and take a better look.
How many cold gods are there out here?
As
A lot.
as you start to get closer and closer to this ring, you can feel cold radiating off of it. It reminds you, not because you know the symbol of Levistus. This is not a symbol of Levistus, but that same feeling of extreme cold that hurt you so badly when you were attacking the altar to Levistus. It reminds you of that, and as your hand gets closer, it gets worse and worse and worse. If you want to try to take the ring anyway, I'll need you to attempt a Constitution saving throw to grin and bear it, and you'll take damage from touching it.
Is it Oral's symbol?
Can I mage hand it off?
If they notice him doing it, he's doing his own weird little thing. He's basically
I was gonna say,
wandered
like,
off, and he's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, because if you let us know the plan, we could try to help.
Yeah.
I don't have
Well,
skin.
narratively. So narratively, T, what I was thinking, and I don't want to take a moment from you, like during this beat, if that's not what your vision is, but I could definitely see.
you can definitely join in. If you want. He doesn't say
Mirth would have followed you, and the reason is because you got the shit stabbed out of you. And you looked a little shaky. So after Lane kind of comforted you with dad feels and presence, I think Mirth is drifting after you with therapist energy. And when he sees you kneeling down, and actually he remembers what happened with the ring because he was there and saw firsthand what happened, is going to say, let me, and is going to use Mage Hand to pull the ring off or break the finger off. It doesn't matter. We're going to get the ring off.
Probably pulling the finger off is going to be a lot easier.
So, Mage Hand is 5 pounds. It's a severely frostbitten finger. The ring comes off, and what comes off with it is completely up to you. But you have a ring. As the ring slides off of the finger or finger off of the hand, either one, the blizzard intensifies massively.
Oh.
Wow.
We have touched a bad thing, Mirth says, the royal we.
What is it?
Should I put it back?
I don't think
Well,
we
you
can.
try and put the ring back on, but the finger came with it, so there's nothing left to put the ring on.
Perhaps one of us should wear it then.
Well, I don't think anybody should wear
I am the
this.
Lord of
It
the
is
Storm.
obviously cursed.
I think
I'm
this
going
is
to
an
detect
even
magic
thought.
on it. What kind of magic is this?
While
Please.
I am double checking that, Also,
believe
looking at the
those are
bodies, Lane,
gobblers.
you recognize the tattoos
No.
that some of these
Oh.
bodies have.
No.
And
Ooh.
they are tattooed like the nomads of the bear tribe.
Oh, I was like, do not make them my coworkers. Do
Yikes.
not.
Unhealthy work relationships, or you want to talk about it, or
Nope. Brom doesn't know. He just kind of stares at them and is like, doesn't
God.
recognize that symbol.
You do see that they are just various members, and you didn't notice at first because of the, demented howling and all of that. But there was, I think I made the blizzard too loud, 1 second. But you do get that sense of knowing them, and you do know something about the bear tribe. You know that fairly recently, about 2 years ago, the bear tribe lost a third of its members. And
Oh.
no one is certain exactly what happened, but essentially they were traveling around finding shelter in different places. They found a cave to take shelter in, and the very next day the survivors ran out, and the tribe would never talk about what happened, but they lost a good number of their members that evening. So the way these tribes work in Icewind Dale, there's a number of tribes. They all have animal totems they connect with, and the tribes are self-contained. The entire tribe moves together.
Interesting.
The bear tribe is not the same as the Goliaths we met, right? What tribe are they?
Different.
they were moose, right?
No, so they are from a different group, and
Okay.
also to answer
They had griffin feathers. I don't know if
Yes.
that was their animal.
it is.
Is that their animal? Okay, cool. Griffin.
And the answer the question of the type of magic, it is conjuration magic. Very strong conjuration magic.
Interesting.
Looking at the symbol on the ring, would it have been the symbol of Oril?
You recognize it as soon as you see it. It is Oral's symbol.
Ayy. Okay. That's
And that
we know.
beep that we're trying to get rid of here.
Yeah.
The
Well-
blizzard intensifies again, and the cold plummets. And all of you out in the elements, including Azerus, even though he doesn't feel the cold, it still affects him. All of you take 1d4 damage.
Oh my.
We better get in the igloo, and I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna friggin' punt this ring into God knows where.
Wait,
'cause we
hang on.
can't-
But
Well-
someone not wearing it might be making the blizzard worse, Azerus says in a rare moment of intelligence.
Well,
I
and
mean,
also,
the cursed ring. I think that I just worry about one of us putting it on and then
Mirth,
doing the old
Azerus
eeny,
says with
meeny,
the
miny,
most-
mo.
Yeah. Azerus has the most, like, it's hard to say his face because face doesn't really move at all. But if he could have a facial expression, it would be the most serious face you've ever seen on him. Just, Mirth, give me the
Yes.
ring.
it shouldn't
For you
be
to put it on?
left-
And Mirth, by the way, just took 2 points of damage and shiveringly says, "All right," and he hands you the ring and says, "But be careful."
So,
And he's going to take his ass mostly into the igloo and encourage people, if they would, to come inside.
Mirth at no point actually touches the ring. It's using Mage Hand the entire time.
Mhm.
You cannot bring yourself to touch it. As it floats over, Azerus, I won't make you do the Constitution save, but as soon as you touch the ring, frost begins to spread across your entire hand, and I need you to take a d8 of damage.
Cool, not a problem.
What's everyone else doing?
Brom
Being
gestures to put it on the
concerned.
dead guy. Put it on
Neo's
the
going
dead
to
guy's
run
other
over
hand.
to Azerus and start warming up his arm that is freezing.
Yeah, let's do rash decisions in shelter, please.
I just didn't
Lane,
want anything
I
bad to
agree
happen
with you
inside.
completely.
I didn't want anything bad to happen inside, that was all. But
No,
if you
that's-
feel like it'd be safer in there, then I'll go in there.
Can Brom use his sword to touch the ring?
Well, it's on his
It's-
hand
it
now.
is-
In my hand.
It's in his
On your
hand, in
hand?
the palm of
Ooh.
his hand.
It is in my hand currently, so
I don't think that we should just chuck it out into the snow because
Everyone except
random
Mirth,
wanderers could get their
who-
hands on it.
Pushed their tush into the igloo. Take another d4 of damage.
Wait, even if they're in the igloo?
You're not in the igloo yet. You're still
Oh.
standing out there talking.
No,
about
I
stuff.
said even the people in the igloo take damage.
No, Mirth doesn't. Mirth's fine.
Okay, cool. Just wondering. I was concerned. I was scared.
Trying to get in.
Yes. All right.
All
Let's go inside,
Brom's
please.
gonna retreat.
After that, we're retreating.
Go
We
in,
will.
you children, you fleshy things.
We will deal with the bodies when we can see them.
I don't think we'll be able to see them after this.
All right.
Well,
Once we're
they deserve a
inside,
burial.
Azerus kind of just is admiring the frost building on his hand. I've always been curious about magic.
This is not the time to be experimenting with magic.
Well, the longer we wait, the more chance we freeze. He says, almost really indignantly.
But we don't want you to get hurt.
Do you have a suggestion?
I don't think we have the time
Can
to
we-
think of suggestions.
Can we try spellcrafting or investigating the ring?
What would I
you
know
can make an Arcana
about
check.
Oral?
Oral is the god of winter.
Yes,
She, unlike the other divinities,
God
has
damn it!
begun
Sorry.
to directly affect
I fail
the
another.
world around
Sorry,
her.
go ahead.
The divinities in general prefer to be distant and not do anything except work through their magic and that sort of thing. They don't get personally involved. She is personally involved. You know that, followers like these frostbitten cultists that were out in the wilderness, they are, for all intents and purposes, dead, even though they're still alive, and they're not undead at any point. They're in this weird stage in between. She cares nothing for those who worship her. So to have any kind of token of hers wasn't given to them so much as it might have been found or crafted or something else.
And she would absolutely be like, hey, you want to control the storm? Here, have this ring. I don't care if it kills you while you do it. Like, she would do that.
She wouldn't even do that. She wouldn't give them anything. But people worshiping her might craft something with powerful magics.
And she wouldn't care if it hurt them.
And she wouldn't care if it hurt them, killed them.
Meaning, she wouldn't care if we turned it against her, because she probably wouldn't know.
You're not strong enough to turn it against her.
You
Promise.
don't know that.
Yes,
Just a
I
sec.
do.
Sorry, go ahead.
Fine. If you'd rather spend our time waiting here, and I'll just kind of hold the ring out and drop it in front of him.
So before all of that, I'm going to zoom out on kind of a meta level here. And Dane, as this is happening, I want us to be able to role play it out. But Mirth rolled a 22 on Arcana to follow up the detect
That's
magic
good.
assessment that it was conjuration.
Yep.
And because the detect magic means that the longer you focus on it, the more information that you can get. So what can you give me about this ring and ways to either safely store it or dispose of it?
So, you detect at first the conjuration magic, and then you realize that it is two forms of conjuration. One related to control weather, which is generally a very high-powered spell, and the second is teleportation magic, and it's a very high-powered teleportation spell. As you kind of run through the stories you know, the songs you know, all those bits and pieces, there are beings that want to punish those who hurt their followers. So you suspect that when this storm clears, you may not be where you were when the storm started.
And now we'll zoom back in, and Mirth finishes
Oh.
saying exactly what you just said.
So Mirth was basically like, was it Elrond or Gandalf who interrupted while the council was all fighting in Fellowship?
Complete with head vein.
Well, with that bit of knowledge, Azerus kind of just blinks for a bit and says, so if the ring hurts those who aren't Ariel's followers, mayhap making it think one of us would be the trick to stopping it?
Or destroying it.
Can we?
We don't know till we try.
With a above 20 roll on the Arcana, Mirth, you're under the impression that the trap has already been sprung and you're just waiting for the axe to finish falling.
Joyous.
Mm-hmm.
I know it. We have to hurry up and wait, and it sucks. And I know that we're all keyed up from fighting, and there's a lot of energy here. Believe me, I feel it too, friends. But maybe we could just do a little bit of yoga. I could show you. I learned it from a traveler that was passing by. And we could just take some time to... And Mirth goes back to being his goofy self after a moment of very clear intelligence and like some insight about these things. It's almost like he's trying to cover it up and act ditzy again.
Well, fine. You're all, well, most of you are injured. Let's get some rest. I'll take watch just to make sure nothing else happens. And if anything stirs before our rest is up, I'll awaken you all.
Brom takes off his armor and kind of curls up quietly in a corner. He's still very sobered by all of that brush with death business.
Mirth is going to sit by Lane and just slowly try and lean over and see if Lane tolerates him leaning on him. If it's one of those times or if it's a no day.
Yeah, I think Lane probably would have... My instinct is to just step on top of the ring so that nobody else can get to it and like cover it up with snow, or like try and like do a planter thing and just like cover it with a piece of cloth and then pick it up, just so that nobody's looking at it directly, so they're not tempted as much.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at it's like, yes, it's the one ring. They're all very tempted.
That's
also,
exactly what I think it is. We pulled it off of a severed finger. This is exactly us finding the one ring.
Also,
right.
I just realized that we also, not only are there us in there, but also there is the hunky boy, and I forgot about him.
Oh, don't worry, I was about to get to that.
Yep.
Oh, good.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, I'm surprised you're leaning on my shoulder when Gerard is right there.
Yeah, Gerard's hunky shoulder.
I feel shy with Gerard. I don't have that kind of a relationship yet. I need...
Hey, well, you
like,
only have
you're
6 days.
safe.
You need to build it. You
Yeah.
know? Like, come on.
Also,
So he can keep him forever.
Keep them forever. I'm married. I can't do this. You got to do this for us. You got to keep him. No.
Also, I'm so sorry. Like, I know he's actually like fully armored, but because of the little like icon you used, I just totally imagined Gerard Butler like with just a helmet and like no shirt.
That's what
Listen,
I hope for.
I keep
like, Gerard, I was like, what if?
You say Gerard, and half the time my mind goes, yes, Gerard Butler, and the other half my mind goes Gerard Way, and I'm like, no.
So, the
Anyways.
blizzard intensifies further.
I
wind
allow the shoulder.
blows. Gerard stands at watch next to Azerus, kind of concerned of almost everything that's happened over the past few moments. He looks at all of you and goes, "Oh, I'm here to help. We'll see what comes." And that's where we're going to pause for a brief intermission to stretch, to get water, to use the facilities. We will try and make it a short one to be back in, 5 to 8 minutes or so. It is 10 o'clock at the moment. So, I'm the one in charge of this button. So we are going to be back very, very soon.
Sounds good.
Now,
Yeah, you're not magic.
welcome
Yes.
back from that brief intermission. We left the party in one of the patented Survive the Blizzard igloos as a particularly horrendous blizzard swept in following the removal of a ring from a dangerous individual's finger. The plan is to stop and rest. The hour of the short rest passes, and with every passing hour, the intensity of the blizzard outside increases and increases. So it's worse after the end of your short rest, so everyone go ahead and take a short rest.
Hooray.
I'm going to
what
do
short rest
Song
do
of
you have?
Rest.
Short rest, for a paladin, you can use your hit dice to get hit points back.
Cool. And if you all want to do that, Mirth will sing to you, and you can regain hit points. Each of you
Yay.
getting an extra 1d6.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Don't
If
look
you
so
would
sad
like.
about that. That's good.
Perfect.
Oh, you got a 6? Nice.
At the end
What
of
are you
that-
singing this time? Sorry, it's important for like story.
Critical questions.
What
Very
are you
important.
I
singing?
think Mirth is singing Sabine's Lullaby, which is the song that that he sort of was composing for her back before she had an important mission she had to go to. And yeah, I think he's doing that.
Perfect. So at the end of the hour, the blizzard is louder and worse. What's the plan?
This isn't getting any better. Do we buckle in for a longer rest?
I think we have to. If we go out there, we'll get eaten alive. Besides, I'm fairly sure we'll be teleported somewhere new.
I agree.
And if I have to go somewhere, I'd rather have all of you with me. Mirth says, looking really nervous. Also noting, Mirth feels like he has some of the best bodyguards. This is because Mirth in his head is like an adventure, chronicling. He adds more to your Pokedex pages in his chronicle.
Mirth has a good outlook, okay? Look, he and
He's
Neo
just
have,
here
like,
to
the
record all of you.
Well,
he and Neo have like the sunniest dispositions by far.
So far.
I can't imagine wherever we get teleported to is friendly, so the best thing we can do is to recover our strength for now. Heal as we can, gather ourselves, pray if you need to.
But
If it goes on for much longer, we can consider someone putting on the ring.
Neo just like
But-
lightens up.
I don't think it should be you, Azerus,
Why?
because none of us could take you if you go evil.
I have to agree.
The robot
Mirth.
says nothing in response. Just stares at you.
Brom is in agreement. Brom would get his ass kicked by Azerus hands down.
Same.
Putting it out there.
Mirth would throw himself off the cliff before Azerus could catch him because he knew he'd be like, goodbye! Not even trying! Ah.
He'd have like
Oh,
the
you're evil now? And ghost out. Like,
Yeah, so
Sorry, I gotta go.
looking around and seeing all of you nod at this, Azerus backs down a little bit and just says, I understand. And says nothing else. And yeah, he'll just kind of like almost like he goes offline for a bit. You're kind of worried for a second. Like he just complete stationary at this moment. At this moment, just stands there.
Does he have like a sleep screen on?
Normally, his eyes do kind of like dim a fair bit in it's like from their like normal light blue when he is in rest mode, and they don't do that. He's just standing there.
like some cool laser show just starts
He's
going
just
on.
processing. Yeah.
The Windows loading screen, which just kind of bounces around his eyes.
Stop making it funny, Foxy.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to have an emotional moment.
Crying.
I'm having an emotional moment
It's
here.
just
Sorry.
happening.
Okay, I've got it. I got it. I'm bringing it back.
All right.
Okay, take it away.
Well, let's
kiddos.
compose ourselves. Anyways,
Okay.
Lane's just gonna kind of size up the rest. She'd be like, I'm the weakest here, so I should do it if we have to.
I don't think any of us should have to.
No,
We'll just see
but,
where we get teleported.
I think it'll
but
simply be
sometimes you have to
over.
consider worst case scenarios.
We
So,
also
Just
still
because it's
haven't tried
wearable doesn't
destroying
mean we
it.
have to.
well, yeah, let's work on destroying it now. I guess we just like put it in the middle of the circle and just all take turns
Everybody
stabbing
shoot.
it first.
Are we really trying to reenact
We
the
just
scene
Fight
Yes,
of
we
back,
are.
Lord of the
Riggs,
Rings?
fight back.
I guess I'm Gimli.
Swear to God. Okay.
Who's doing what?
Oh, good
Just let me
gosh.
know.
Let's
Brom is going to try and attack the ring. This will
Yeah,
probably end
Gimli,
badly.
please.
He has
God
he has the
damn it.
PTSD of attacking the the statue before doing
Weren't
it.
you cozy in a corner? Didn't we tuck you in? And did you just wake up to the strike at the ring?
We only did a short rest,
Did
so he's
someone say
awake now.
violence? Time to be awake.
Braum makes his way over right after the ring is kind of shuffled,
Oh.
revealed from the
Yep.
cloth that Lane had
Yep.
wrapped it in. Sits on the ground, and as everyone's kind of considering what to do, a great sword comes flying down and shatters it like an ice cube.
Was it
Pieces.
Gerard?
No, it was Brom.
Oh.
Brom's
Oh,
great
it's
sword.
Brom.
Brom destroyed it. Sorry, he
Oh,
Gimli.
sorry. I didn't know if Brom was like, okay,
The-
I do it now. It's like,
He
comes
said
out of
Brom
nowhere.
did, so Brom
Yes.
did.
Mirth
The sword
It's
came
good.
looks
down.
at it nonplussed and says, "Oh,
I killed Foxy. Foxy's dying now.
Yes, good.
But
Thank you,
it's-
Gimli.
It is exactly what you would expect to happen
Good.
if you hit a piece of ice with a greatsword. There's not even pieces of it to find.
Right.
The blizzard doesn't let up, but as another hour passes, it gets quieter. At no point does it seem to
Brom-
slow down other than to slowly get quieter.
Brom was going to sleep after that. No comment, no explanation. He
Yep.
just
That's-
Came for
destroys
violence,
the
That's
now
ring,
I
valid.
return to rest.
and then
oh my
he
god!" It's like
goes
a
back to
baby
his corner.
waking up. It's like a baby waking up to roll around in the night and get comfortable. Except for when you roll around, you just break a thing, and you're like, "Ah, I've destroyed something evil," and you just tuck back in. So cozy,
Sleepwalking is so last year. Now it's sleep smiting.
like a
My brother
a
occasionally wakes
nascent-
up and throws shit. I kind of imagine it's kind of like this. Like he kind of just wakes up, grabs whatever near him, just hucks it across the room, and then goes back to sleep. I'm kind of just imagining that for a bit. Just like wake up.
No.
Pretty much.
Oh boy.
All right, so night, everyone. I guess.
Okay? So everyone's...
Mirth really wants to talk to Azerus, but not right now.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like the right moment.
Gonna take a long rest then?
Yeah.
So 8 hours pass inside, and the sound of the blizzard got quieter and quieter and quieter. And as the time passes and as you finish this long rest, everyone, whether you're relaxing or actually sleeping, right at the end of it, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
What if we didn't?
Except for Azerus.
Hey.
Of course, Azerus is good.
Fantastic, because I would have failed the shit out of that one.
Yay! My one good roll from roll 20.
Okay.
18.
18?
It's this little blue dice that matches all of my other outfit today.
Oh, yay.
19,
Seems to be going well so
15.
far.
And Lane?
I'm stuck on my blanket. Hang on. 15.
15. So all of you pass, you wake up short of breath. Kind of with that gasping feeling. You are breathing fine, but there's something oppressive.
Gerard, you animal! Wait,
Oh, I forgot. He's
What's
got a roll
happening?
too.
Oh no. No, save
Mirth
Gerard.
wakes up.
Gerard is still asleep on the ground.
Is he?
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Is he? Does he
it's
feel
okay.
cold?
Does
Can I go over and shake him?
I don't want to just like touch people in their sleep, so I'm not gonna actually.
I'm
feel-
gonna listen to him. Is he breathing?
just
I'm gonna
like-
say, Gerard,
Does he look?
Gerard, wake
blue?
up.
Is he okay?
He is unconscious and seems to be
Oh.
taking really, really shallow breaths.
Oh no.
Mirth, I guess
gonna
you just
try
gotta
to
cuddle him
check
for
him.
warmth.
Oh my god.
It's not-
Sorry, I'm gonna
That
heal
was my
check her.
It's not cold. It's sufficiently warm in here.
Okay.
It's a
but-
curse of some sort. It's some kind of
I'm gonna try a medicine
Well-
roll. Damn it! Ah! All
no
right.
cigar. I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
This is it.
No, I was just. Go ahead.
At 10, it's enough that you recognize there's not enough air in this place anymore.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
No wonder
Brom would
Azerus is okay.
Brom would say exactly that.
Should we get him out of here?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
no, what
rip
if-
open the front of this igloo and pray we're not in outer space.
Wait, but where are we?
Yeah. What
Um,
if? What if
immediate
we're in a
guess,
spot with
higher
no
up.
air?
Azerus says for the first time in 8 hours, just immediate guess, higher up.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
he
fire
will
true.
move
elevation.
and just slam the front door open.
We've never really established what the front door is like. I've always pictured it as the typical climb down, climb
Yeah.
out kind of a igloo.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that route. It's been torn down a couple times, so that's been the easy way out. But as Azerus climbs down to go out, there's snow blocking the entrance.
Oh.
All right.
Bust
I'm
down a
gonna-
wall.
I'm gonna clear a path. Yeah, I'll just try to just slam into it with like the majority of my force. Try to break it down if I can.
Are you going to come back into the igloo and slam into the wall of the igloo, or are you trying to dig out of the hole as you're on your stomach trying
I
to
would
get
dig
what?
out.
I'll
Or-
rely on cooler heads. He'll turn back into the igloo, look at you all, and just say, "Snow in front. Break it or break the wall."
Let's break it there. Because if we break the wall and we're deep under, then
And he'll turn
Maybe
back
just-
around,
Yeah, just-
kind of like position himself as far back as he can, and try to just bum rush forward as hard as possible.
Yep. Go ahead and make an athletics check as you are trying to break through
All right.
a pile of snow.
I got a plus
Azerus
5
the
on
snow
those,
plow.
and I'm gonna crit again. We'll take it. Cool.
Hey.
So, despite all of what you'd expect running full force into a wall of snow, Azerus practically cartoon character silhouettes it. It compresses under his pressure, and you make it a good 5 feet forward before it is so compact you can't push forward any further.
can he swim up?
Either that or
Can
we've been
he use
buried.
Neo?
Yeah, I was like,
melt the
Neo?
way.
You are under
going
the
to-
distinct impression that it snowed and drifted so much that you are completely under the snow.
Uh-huh. All right. Just slowly reversing his way, trucker noises and everything, out of the hole that he made.
Okay.
Come back into the main thing, turn around completely 180, and just
how'd it go?
bury.
Should we do survival? Well, here, would that be of value to see how
Survival
we
be a
can...
value, can give you some ideas of what to do.
Yeah, I'll let you guys figure that out.
So everyone else can take some kind of an action.
All right.
I'll try and survival too. But Lane, do you have a good survival?
Yes, he is the best one of all of us.
Lane,
Okay, great.
Oh my
is
god,
a-
Brom got a 20. I like these real dice so much more. Holy crap.
No.
Lane is a
Damn.
good
The
survivor.
good
Sorry.
rolls.
Okay,
But
so
that's
Wow.
gonna be good.
Brom, you
I
made a
know,
survival
This is a
check.
topsy-turvy day.
Now, even though you're not used to the cold, you did do, because you are a good student, some reading on the trip up here to try and prepare for what you might encounter. And there was something relevant to what's going on. If you get buried in an avalanche, there's a lot to be said to try and dig your way up and out. So that's the help that Brom
would-
knows.
Brom would direct them to do exactly that, and hopefully somewhere where the igloo will not collapse on them.
Yep.
How far
He
down
would
are we?
try
We're
to
gonna-
start.
We're gonna
Go
make
ahead.
a tunnel this direction so that it's not completely falling down on us, but not in our
How-
way.
How far buried do we think we are?
I guess
I-
we'll find
Well,
out.
I have no idea.
what if?
Uh-huh.
And I pull out the little box
Mm-hmm.
and I knock gently on little Bubby's door,
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of waken them up, and be like, "You're a snow creature and very lightweight. Can you get through that snow? Do you think?" Yeah, you can. Of course you can, buddy. Okay, go. Just I yeet him
So little Bubby
the door.
is yeeted, flies
into
up
the snow.
toward the snow, doesn't dig, just passes through the snow,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
See,
Oh.
this is much
begins
easier.
to ascend. So there is an action from everyone except for Neo and Mirth. What would you two like to do?
Neo's gonna go into the hole that Azerus already started to dig out and start burning his way up.
Okay, sounds good. I'm not going to have you make a check for that. You just start melting the snow. And Mirth?
I'm going to help with that by, as the snow melts into water, I'm going to use shape water to freeze it, which you can do right back up again to keep things from filling back up. So it'll be like, an ice situation in here, but it won't be filled with icy water.
Perfect.
So
everyone starts working at these different tasks. Braum is kind of directing with the knowledge that he has. Azerus has compacted a good portion of it. Gerard is taking shallow breaths on the ground, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. Except for Azerus.
Azerus is good.
Azerus does not
15.
breathe. 15.
Don't breathe.
22.
I'm built a little bit different than y'all.
13.
Lane, what was that?
22.
22. And Neo?
nice.
Oh, 20. Okay.
I'm a mountain boy.
So, Braum, you start to get tunnel vision. And with what you know of the shortness of air, you think that you could be passing out soon.
He sits down on the ground. He was going to do something next turn, but, well, I guess he'll try and get up. But okay.
You okay over there, Braum?
He isn't sure how to answer because he wants to say yes, but the answer is
That's
actually
enough
no.
of an answer. The hesitation is enough of an answer, and Mirth is going to come over and sit you down next to Gerard for a minute. And unfortunately, I could healing word you, but it sounds as though, like, unfortunately, zooming out here, it sounds like mechanically that's not relevant. Like, this is more,
Mechanically,
shit.
that's not relevant.
What
Okay.
I will do though is how Bubby hasn't come back yet, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Where's the Bubster at?
He's going to in a moment after you resolve what you're doing with Braum. Before the next set of actions, he'll come back.
Braum is going to poke, since he's going to pass out soon and this won't be enough to collapse it. He's actually going to put his javelin through the ceiling to see if he can make an air hole, because it's it's a long javelin. If there's anything that might create air, if they're not super buried, it would be that.
You push
That's a
the
great
javelin
idea.
through, and you keep pushing, until it is flat against the snow of the roof. And when you take your hand away, it doesn't fall back out. So you are buried at least as deeply as the length of your javelin.
How long is your javelin?
Good. It's terrible.
That's
That's
real
a read.
bad.
How
Alright.
long is your javelin?
A couple things.
Javelins are at least 6 feet, so
Oh, that's it? Okay. My plan's fine then.
The combination
Keep
of Neo and Mirth melting and moving. I need each of you to roll 2d6 for me.
Oh, I got a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
Nope.
5.
5 and 3. You make it 8 feet at an angle, pushing your way forward. Enough room for people to get through 8 feet.
Okay.
Little Bubby passes through the snow and returns. And even though Little Bubby doesn't really know your measuring units because of telepathy and the connection you have
Yep.
and the communication you have with him, you realize that you are buried 20 feet down.
oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, let's keep going.
yeah, best thing we can do.
We have no choice.
Another
Mirth is
action
going
for
to-
everyone. As for Gerard, Gerard's breathing stops.
ooh.
No!
Uh-oh.
Mirth yells no and falls dramatically to his side and panics. And I want to do a medicine check and see if, like, CPR,
Mouth to
mouth. Like, is there
Easy.
anything?
Share that
Mouth
air.
to mouth.
I will
Share that
let
air.
you raise him up 1 level of asphyxiation if you will drop 1 level of asphyxiation.
Okay. Am I going to pass out
Not
or?
yet. You'll get tunnel
No,
vision
you'll
first.
just be like Braum.
Sure, we'll do a tradesies on that. And yeah, I think it is actually like mouth to mouth, but it looks kind of odd because Mirth has like a little lizard mouth.
Oh
But I
yeah.
think it's a don't quit on me. kind of a thing, like dramatically, like the camera doing that, like that Promare kind of a thing.
As you do this, you begin to get tunnel vision and get lightheaded.
Whoops.
And Gerard begins to stir again and is still unconscious but taking shallow breaths. So he is no longer in immediate danger, but you know that won't last.
Okay.
All right.
We've
What's everyone else's
gotta keep
action?
going.
I'm gonna just kind of, as I'm pulling out materials, just kind of say to Mirth of like, the best thing you can do for him is remain calm. The more panicked you get, the more air you use up. You cannot do this to him right now or to any of us. And I am making a Molotov cocktail out of the whale oil that we bought like way back ago. And I am handing it to Bubby and just being like, fly up, make us a channel. Just like melt us a channel and get air down here.
I want to draw Bubby with a fucking Molotov cocktail.
That's so
it's
good.
It's like as
I
big
just
as
want
his body.
to set on, like, he's gonna have a little fire and just like sweep us up a little air channel. That's
Okay.
That's what he's gonna do. If he can get through the snow, he's got to move.
So little Bubby has wrapped his arms around this high energy candle you have,
Yes.
and with a great deal of difficulty, flies up to the roof next to the
Come on, buddy,
javelin,
come on.
and
Come on.
Uh-oh.
starts melting the snow with fire.
Go fast. Go fast. Just do the same thing. Get through the fire.
Go
Get
ahead
through
and
the
roll
snow.
a d4 for me.
I mean it like I'm not sending him just to like any part of the roof. I'm sending him to the farthest progress that we have made so far.
Okay,
Because get through.
got it.
Mhm.
Roll a D what now?
Just a d4.
Okay.
Just a
So
D4.
that's they got 8, right?
Yeah.
And then that's D4 more, and we're 20 feet down.
They got 8 feet
There's-
that you guys can get through. There
Sure.
is a d4 that Bubby can get through.
Okay. All right. So
Oh.
we've got 8 out of 20. That's 12, right?
It's 20 straight up. But yes,
Uh huh. And
that's-
we have 8 on an angle.
yes.
And
Thanks
Neil's
for
still
that.
burning this turn.
So we need a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. Okay. Little bit more time. So Azerus kind of, it's almost like you'll hear like a toaster ding going off. Just like a ding.
You don't use
Aw.
air. You keep going.
Got a plan. And I want to start shambling my big old body up towards that large hole that Neo and Mirth are creating.
Yep.
And I'm not taking my action yet because I want them to do theirs first. And I'll say, just a bit more. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
So feel free to take your action to burn some more stuff.
Burn things, please.
Neo and Mirth, is that what you're doing? Well, Mirth
Yes.
isn't because
Or-
Mirth is
yeah,
occupied
Neo.
otherwise. So Neo, you're gonna
Overdrive.
Okay.
Yes.
Go. I'm not gonna have you roll for it because you are literally fire. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
Number. Give me a big
Here.
number, kiddo.
Come
Need you right
on.
Come on, big money, no whammy.
Come on, kiddo.
6.
That's a good number.
6.
More than enough.
All right.
All right.
So as
Love
you
it.
start
Love
melting,
it.
it's not too far before
I
like
know
you
what you're doing,
completely
Foxy.
expose Bubby, and Bubby's like,
Oh no!
it's like just
Go,
squirms
go.
to get away.
I'm like,
Go,
hey, buddy.
Go. Our little fiery boys.
Oh no,
So-
puppy!
You make it.
I see no difference between the two.
No,
6
they're just a
Aw.
miniature version of each other. It's
You
great.
make it 6
Oh,
more
no.
feet up toward the top.
As as like you're kind of cresting that last of those 6 feet, Azerus kind of comes up. He places a hand on your shoulder, just like he will then let go of that shoulder and walk directly past you into the flames,
Large.
and will
It's
look
not
back
flame.
at you like,
You know, if they're super flames, little Bubby gets hurt. It's just enough to melt snow. So-
Yeah.
"Oh, that's
I
no, no,
can
I know,
heat
I, no, no, no,
metal on
I'm
you."
deliberately walking into the flame because the plan is to heat myself up.
Okay.
So
Got
I'm
it.
going to walk there, look back at you,
You're gonna
make
be
eye
an
contact
iron
with you, and
bowl.
say, "Don't worry about me. Just do your best." And I want you to just like surge as much flame as you can directly at me. I don't care how much damage I take. I want to be hot right now.
What I will do
Okay.
is,
Want to be hot.
Rox, you can cast any of Neo's fire-based magic,
The
just
best one.
the damage, and that damage is how many feet it's going to allow Azerus to ascend.
Oh, okay.
Can I add in that the plan
is
was
so
the
creative.
reason why I asked how many feet he had left was because, and I needed just a little bit less than 12. After he heated me up, I was gonna go conquest.
You were gonna go big.
and just like superheat my way straight through the snow. That was the game plan.
Nice.
Okay.
We are
If
so
I do burning
good at
hands,
this.
there's no con save needed, right?
No save, just roll
Whatever's your
damage.
highest damage fire spell, just hit me with it. I have no care. I got this. I can take it. Just
He's
hit me.
taking it.
Of course, I can't roll anything tonight. That's 5.
Oh,
That's fine.
Still 5 feet.
It's still 5 more feet. So that takes it to 17.
You know
We're
what?
so close.
Azerus, do you mind?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna heat metal.
Oh, you have heat metal. Let's do that.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, and
Mirth
Azerus,
is sort of-
you take that as damage.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. And then Mirth, go ahead.
Sorry, Azerus, but I appreciate this.
Yeah,
Mirth is
Azerus will
going
kind
to
of like
see
look
what's
over
happening.
from Neo. Like, again, you can't really smile, but like the head nod is very much like, "You're doing good. I appreciate you." And then we'll kind of just look over to Mirth, like. And
Mirth is going to reach up. So you see Mirth reach and point at you, and then you look really fucking cool as you start to light up like a frying pan. And do you want me to do damage, DM? Is that?
Yep. Just do damage
This is good.
as though you hit. But this is a new set of
And-
actions because Mirth did that. So I actually need everyone except Azerus to make a Constitution saving throw.
Don't pass out on me, guys. I need you.
14.
I can't heat my own metal.
Got a 10.
25, 24. Nope.
Neo,
23.
18.
18. Neo, you start to get tunnel vision. Brahm, you pass out.
Oh.
Mirth, you pass out.
Oh,
no, I don't. I'm using my reroll that I got from the chat.
Okay.
Boom!
Yes! Baby!
Let's go!
Yes! You're just like, not today, death! Yes!
Are you
When
there?
you look the Reaper in the face.
You're like,
Oh my
not
God.
today, death!
Mirth
Oh my
starts
God.
to pass out, just
Oh my
starts
God, I'm
to
gonna
go,
die.
begins to fall, and then there's just this moment
Oh my
of
God.
shaking it off. And Mirth rises back up, ready.
Oh!
So happy. Look at our precious boy. Our precious boy did so good. Thank you so much, Mirth. Yeah, just recognizing the clearly
God.
immense effort Mirth is going through. Like, Azerus, again, just looks over and, like, just keeps nodding. Just, you're doing great. You have this. Like, please
This
don't
is
give
the
up. yet.
best moment I've had in a game for so long. And it's
Yeah.
all cool. Thank you for spending 10K, whatever those are on me.
Worth it.
was
Channel
worth it.
points.
Yes.
Did it. It's so
I
great.
kid you not, I have it right here. I'm never gonna move this dice. I'm gonna glue it to my desk
You
in
did
that
it.
position.
Yes.
But, yeah.
So what happened?
So
yeah,
you begin
heat me
to
up.
pass out.
Oh.
You have this moment of clarity, this moment of recognition that you can't pass out right now. And you don't. So yeah, go ahead and roll your full damage for heat metal.
Oh, forgot about that part.
Fine. It's all part of the plan.
Okay. Okay, just a sec.
Take your time.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit in shock. Okay. This is going to be... it's going to be
Cheer to you.
2d8 to start with. Unless I want to cast it at a higher level.
Do whatever you feel. Trust and believe me. I can take it. I got this. I can take
far-
it.
Okay, how far do we think we are from the top? I don't know if Mirth would know this information, but
We're stuck in the bottom. We wouldn't
So it's
really
about
know.
20 feet straight up, and you've made about 17 feet of progress.
So we're not that, yeah. But we've gone like
Oh,
on an angle,
okay.
right?
And you're going at an angle.
So, hold on. 17, 20.
28
Oh,
is the number
crap.
we're going for.
Oh, I have to do math, don't I?
Yeah, math is hard.
28.
I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Yeah,
Hit
you
it.
will.
Hit me, hit me.
Do it.
So that's 3d8.
Okay.
So much fire.
19.
That's fine. I'll take it.
19 damage to Azerus. As your metallic body heats, you find that you don't even have to push to move through this tunnel. Your only concern is that you'll sink down, but we're not going to do that because that would be awful.
I mean, if I sank down, I would just grow bigger. That's
You begin to push up closer and closer, and it's so simple for you to peel the snow away. And with plenty to spare, your head breaks through the surface.
Yes.
I think you even hear it as a vocoder. Oh, right. And he'll just kind of immediately start like shoveling, just like ripping his hands out of the ground and just pulling himself up as the super cold air just rapidly begins to just billow steam off of me.
I'm sure it's like creating horrible those horrible cracky noises that
it's got ice popping everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is a fog that just appears
Sizzling
around Azerus's body. You come out the top of this pile of snow, and find yourself at the foot of a causeway that is leading upward toward a cliff face that has what appears to be a ramshackle image of a bear, maybe, built around the entrance to a cave.
Did we just find Wakanda?
For everyone else down in the tunnel, those who are unconscious come to. Gerard, who is breathing again, so he slowly stands up. What happened? My lord, immediately starts looking around for Mirth. Are you?
Mirth is going to hold his finger up and go, "Shh, I'm here.
Are you well?
I thought I'd lost you."
Never.
I'm gonna check on Brahm while that's happening over there.
Rob has done that thing where people, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but have you seen the monks that die sitting up, where they're they're still sitting cross-legged, but they're.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was praying. Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, don't visualize. Don't visualize. I'm just telling you. But yeah, he's his legs are crossed and his arms are down and his head is down. He was praying, but now he was passed out, but now he is awake again.
Lane's knelt in front of you, check, and I'm like, hey, come on. You breathe. Here we go.
I'm awake.
Yep.
What happened?
We are very deep in the snow, and we have somehow made a tunnel. Thanks to, I think, a lot of fire. So,
as you said,
good
that,
work,
Neo slides
team.
down, and he's like, "Guys, we should probably go."
Yeah. Gather your stuff. Don't leave anything behind.
He nods. He quickly put on his, because they were sleeping. He quickly put on his armor and get all of his gear bundled up.
I'll just help you to make it go faster. Just be like, now that there's an opening, it's gonna be not structurally sound so soon.
And then he'd wait for Mirth and Gerard to go out first, and then he'd go last.
Yep.
Very large steaming metal hand will come and pull each and every one of you out of the snow.
Brahm looks at him and seems to realize things, and he looks like he wants to hug him and then thinks way better of it, but instead pats him because he has gauntlets on and won't have his hand get burned off.
Mirth is going to smile up at you, Azerus, and say, "Thanks." Because he damn well knows that spell is a piece of shit and hurts, and he just saw you take it on the chin. Yeah. And he says, "Thank you for trusting me."
Mirth, as your hand comes up, Azerus kind of gives a slightly harder yank and just pulls you right, kind of almost cradles you a bit in his arms, just recognizing all the effort you put in to not pass out there. Just
Mirth will full on do the bridal jump at the slightest opportunity from literally anyone, including people shorter than him. So if you grab him, he scrabbles and tries to sit in your arms, and it's
he just Azerus just looks directly at you and just says, "You were incredible."
You too.
Neo's
and then Mirth
gonna
pauses
jump right.
Yes, jump.
He's
He's gonna jump right on
possible.
Azerus's back and hug him too. He said, "No, you were amazing."
And I knew you could do it.
Since Azerus is big right now, Brom would finally gently hug his arm.
There's room on the other arm, Lane.
Yeah, arm room over here. I got 2 arms. Just gonna keep doing this for a while. Just
Brom will
Can you
grab
imagine?
Lane and pull him in. If he's
Can you imagine?
Like you can't see my arm, but my arm it went like this.
yeah. Eventually, Azerus just kind of grips Lane's head.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
A direly needed bonding session after all of the tenseness around the one ring back there. Ah, so good.
You all initiate
so
group
glad we
hugs
didn't
at the
die.
drop of a hat.
listen. Shit's cold and it's bad, and people
There's
die
been
a
a
lot.
lot of
Group
emotions.
hugs are required, okay?
I
This
know.
is a warm
I know.
hug.
Yeah, and we almost all
I'm just-
died.
We almost legitimately all you guys almost all died. I was perfectly fine. But
I was also perfectly fine.
Azerus would be fine in outer space, but we'd all be dead.
I would have been really traumatized to watch you all die down there. So I'm
Again.
glad. I'm glad we're
It's
okay.
okay.
He gets to watch all his friends die a second time.
Exactly. I'll pass on that. Thanks.
It's
Oh,
okay.
no.
This is all just leading
Trauma.
towards like 6 months from now. Lane's gonna start a group hug and everyone's gonna melt and it's gonna
We're all
be
just gonna
great.
die. It's gonna be
It's
great.
gonna be awesome.
That's the real story.
You find yourself in a
Anyway.
completely new place.
Oh.
It's dark,
Mm.
and because of the long rest that you took, that was 11, 2, 3, 4, 5. The aurora have not yet begun to crisscross the sky. It's about 7-ish in the evening. Grand scheme of things, it didn't take that long to claw your way out, but you find yourself at the foot of what the best you can tell is a causeway of some kind. Azerus, I told you what you saw up there, but there's up at the top of this causeway that is, quite a few feet up. Do some measuring real quick. Yeah, about 165 feet up the path of the causeway. It's a slower slope. It's not a direct slope. There is a single torch burning that's just enough to outline a silhouette, ramshackle shape outside the entrance of a cave.
Take it we were brought here then.
Only ways forward. Is everyone looking okay?
That could be worse.
By the way, how many hit points did we get back from our long rest before we started dying?
I will let you have a full rest.
Okay.
That's
All
fine.
right. So we get all of our hit points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all
Okay.
got all your hit points.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
And then
Brom's gonna-
Azerus takes whatever damage he did.
I have 19 hit points left.
Azerus, how
Fine.
many is your full hit points?
42.
42. Brom is gonna do a thing, and he's gonna use 2 of his newly restored heals on you.
Aw. Thank you.
How many is that? I only did 12. So how much more do you need?
Let's see. With 12, I gotta do math now? Oh no.
Sorry.
I guess I'm only short 11 now?
Okay. Brom's gonna give you 10.
Okay.
Just lay on hands, so you can have 10. extra.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Well,
But yeah,
like we all
kind of just
agreed,
looking
you're
on
the
in
strongest
awe,
one.
kind of wondering why you would use so much magical energy to repair him. He just kind of says, "Thank you."
Brom just smiles slightly. He looks, despite the long rest, he looks a little weary. And he himself.
Standing on the base of this causeway, you can see tracks in the snow, both exiting but not yet returning, that look like they belong to a group of human-sized individuals that have passed through since the last blizzard.
How many tracks?
Roll a survival check.
Oh no, not me!
I could do it.
Please don't say 4.
Wait, actually, I guess I'm not okay. I'm not horrible at those. 22 on the crit. Oh my god, I can't
Ooh.
not crit today.
you start looking down and around. You realize that, like much of Icewind Dale, it is very dark. But in the light of Neo's hair, you can see there were at least 4 individuals, and with 23, you'd say there's probably 7 that left, and no indication of footprints coming back, heading toward the causeway.
And these all look vaguely humanoid, human-sized.
Human-sized, yes.
I get the feeling these might have been the friends we ran into earlier. There are more tracks, though.
Should prepare for the worst.
Agreed.
Brom nods. Well, he's going to use his, since I don't think these are the friendly members of the bear clan they're going to run into.
Right.
Brom is going to do a thing. He's going to cast Shield of Faith on Azerus to give him a +2 to AC.
Okay.
He will also activate Sacred Weapon.
Make sure you check the length that these spells last.
Yeah, they both last about a minute, but I assume the person at the top of this path is gonna not
The footprints are
Well,
leaving, not
and
returning.
it's- And
So
it's
you're
going to
standing
take
at
us
the-
a while to get up there.
You're
I
standing
Yeah.
at the base of the causeway looking up, and the footprints that Azerus saw are going
okay.
behind you, but they've not
Yeah.
returned yet.
I'd say hold it. Let's
Yeah.
get up top
Yeah.
first.
Okay, we
But
can hold
you-
it.
Because
Yeah.
it's going to take us a while to make the climb up there, too.
Yeah, let's get up top
it's
first.
true,
If
there's
anything
a
jumps on
torch
us,
guy.
I appreciate it though. I'm ready to be AC 20. Please, whenever you want.
Are you still big for a little bit?
He
I
didn't
got a
actually
full ma-
activate that. He didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have to.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I
good.
didn't have to
Good,
because
good,
we were through enough. So yeah, we can just
Good job, everyone.
chug
was-
it. We did it.
That was
Teamwork, guys.
excellent teamwork.
I'm so proud of us
Yes,
right now
thank
as a
you.
unit.
That was really good.
That was very soul filling. I feel really good about that moment. Like I want to
Yeah.
like real life hug you all like really hard. That was,
Aw.
that was intense. You guys are great.
Anyway,
you have
so
being
you've
said.
We
got
start going.
control. You can start heading up the causeway. if
Let's
you'd
get
like.
moving.
Neo's gonna lead the
All right,
way.
let's go.
Alrighty.
yeah,
I'm gonna take up the middle. Oh no,
Yeah, I was
let's
like,
heal
go-
Gerard.
go
Is
in the
Gerard
middle. Oh yeah,
better?
Gerard
are
should
you
be
okay,
at full
Gerard?
hit
Gerard-
points,
Gerard-
right?
Health.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
also I
Now that he can breathe.
I can't change my own HP. I believe. HP.
I would
you
like
are-
to be in the back.
Oh, you can't change your HP.
Yeah,
That's weird. Where are you at?
I'm at full. Sorry, I'm one short of full.
So what
I'm
is
at
it?
41
I don't
or
know
42.
offhand.
41 of 42. Yeah.
There we go.
42.
Thank you. So yeah, I'll just kind of, I mean, until anything happens that might even remote, like literally, like if some snow falls off side of a cliff, as we just wheel around and like just immediately. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep moving with the like at the head of the group until we
Alright.
get at the top or something happens.
So, go ahead and give me a perception check as you start to round that bend.
Oh no, not percent. Oh, actually, I'm also not bad at this. Okay, but I can't crit today. That's just an 11.
11. Okay. And then what is the lighting situation? Are we just using the light of Neo, or?
Well,
The
Bubby
light
has a
of Neo.
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, Bobby is carrying an obscenely large candle right now, but that's
I will have
Hi.
confiscated that from little Bubby, probably. Just be like,
To be
you don't
in
get to
full
hold the thing
honest-
now. I will hold the thing now.
Okay, in full honesty, Mirth's, and I want to talk with all of you about this, Mirth's inclination, he doesn't have the special vision that you do. He would sort of autopilot be lighting torches, but if that's not with the culture of how we've been, our characters in the past have been traversing, then I will be mindful of that going forward.
Oh, we've
What do
been
you all
lighting
think?
torches for Brom too, I think.
Okay, yeah, in that case, our two
You-
little dumb who don't have perfect vision, thank you very much.
Do you
And
want
Gerard.
to hold? Do you want to hold Bubby's candle?
Oh,
Okay. Here you go.
cute, thank you.
so. I think I have everyone set up, so you should see essentially torchlight around you.
Cool.
Yes.
Looks about right.
Okay, let me check something as you're around the bend.
Yeah, I'm good. So you can definitely have this, Mirth.
Okay.
And I like tap my eyes, which are like glowing dark navy. It's weird.
Fancy.
It's cool.
Is it like a void, like the space between stars?
Yeah, a little bit. Like it's the color of his tattoos, but it's like his entire eyes got tattooed now, and
Cool.
it's just like solid color.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it is.
Mental image, super cool.
One
of my favorite magic.
I was gonna say, honestly, his eyes should be looking like that more often because that's what his patron's gift to him is his magical dark vision, and so that's what his eyes should look like more. Mirth, come on, ride.
My lord,
I'm coming.
Get in the marching order. Come on, buddy.
Where are you?
Oh, come on. Come on.
I'm so busy admiring your eyes.
So far.
As you get close to the top, the flickering of the torch at the entrance makes it look a bit more clear. It's bear-like in many ways, but not quite. As though something was hastily put together. It doesn't look happy.
An effigy.
Can I knowledge religion it?
If you'd like.
See, this is the part where I feel like as a really old robot, like it would make sense for Azerus to know some kind of like random religion, but I got a +0 on every intelligence check, so I'm just gonna leave that to the people who are smart.
16.
See? There you go. Smart.
There's nothing of religious significance to it.
Okay.
And Lane, as you get where you are so that you can see more clearly, it is something that the Bear Clan would have put together.
Right.
As a warning.
What type of warning?
Danger.
Stay away.
My assumption would be don't come in here.
Assumption, just don't.
Yeah, that would be the
Yeah.
If I had to sum up the warning in a word.
I don't know if it was a warning of like, don't come here, or if you come here, there's big things, or if you come here, there's invisible things. I don't know.
I don't think they would go that far into detail. I think they just say don't.
Look,
this
is a no.
I would rather
this whole area over here is a no.
I would rather ask on the off chance that they were that specific with their weird bear markings. You know.
Nope.
Never
I don't
hurts.
know.
Just a general
hurts to
caution.
See, when the bear's doing this gesture, it means you don't come in there because things are invisible.
Yeah,
If it's
there's
doing
just,
this
like-
gesture, it means you don't come in here because they're big things.
Exactly.
If the bear's doing this, it means you have to be quiet because they're.
Most importantly, in the distance behind you, still some several hundred feet away, you see a single light. A torch of some kind.
We should probably hurry.
Behind us?
Yeah,
Yes,
I gotta say, I'm
several
not
hundred feet
exactly in the
behind you.
mood to play nice.
Okay. Let's continue then.
Let's hoof it.
Let's go.
We hoof.
I guess I would. Azerus would keep a very close eye on the effigy as he goes past, as a thing that often gets mistaken for a statue that does tend to move. He's very wary of things that look like statues because they might just move. He would know. He does that. So he's like, as he's walking past, like, just like head slowly rotating, even behind him, just like until we completely pass it.
It does not seem
Like
to
an
move
owl.
as you approach.
Yeah, just like I have just turns around, sees Mirth,
Azerus.
awkward wave.
Valid.
All right. Assuming nothing happens, we're going for the light then.
Built around the mouth of the cave is a ramshackle wooden portico crudely shaped like a bear's head with its mouth agape. The tunnel beyond it is dark.
Listen, you kind of gotta appreciate their dedication to the aesthetic.
I can't hate on them.
Yeah.
Baroque? Brutalism?
I mean, I really think it speaks to the sculptor's vision. No, we're done. All right.
You know? All right. Azerus kind of just waits at the mouth of it for his friends to all gather up, make sure everybody's okay, ready to go, looking salient and solvent, and just
Be on your guard.
gesture forward with his sword, because at this point it's better to just have it out, and just start stepping forward.
Just within the
All right.
bear's mouth, there is an icy ramp that ascends 5 feet to a 20-foot high chamber festooned with icicles. There is a naturally formed pillar in the center that holds a domed roof higher ahead.
Don't.
Oh no,
touch that.
this looks so breakable.
Yeah, really.
The stalactites look evil too. I think I'm worried about them breaking over us while we traverse this area.
I mean, but out of character, if we have to make an exit,
We've clearly proven we know how.
Stalactites fall, everyone dies.
Exactly.
Who would
All
win in a
right,
fight?
yeah, let's
20
get
feet
into
of
it.
snow or us? Us.
All right, so
Gonna.
what do we have to do to check for traps?
You just walk into them, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Perhaps
You just activate them. That's usually how that works.
You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
I
yeah,
did
let's get
perception.
investigative.
Yeah, one of the people with the intelligence can do that.
Generally
Remember when we
speaking,
established that the highest intelligence in this group is 12?
Listen.
generally speaking, for looking for traps and that sort of thing, investigation will be easier, but you might trigger it. Perception's much harder, but you're not going to accidentally set it off.
It's not all you walk through the threshold.
Yeah, it's like, where
Yeah.
are
I mean,
Now-
I'll
How do you check
try.
for
I'll
traps?
try
No,
Leo,
perception.
as
You never know.
walked in, you
Fail.
can see across the room, which was just out of everyone except Lane's normal sight. There are 2 alcoves set into the north wall with rusty iron gates. The chains, paddocks, and keys lie discarded on the floor outside them. There's something inside.
Ew.
Nothing large, just seems to have something scattered on the floor inside.
I relay that to the group.
All right.
Can
Are there
I try and
bones in there?
perceive from back here because I have magical dark vision? Or...
Go ahead. Well, with you having your very good eyesight, they look like large fragments of something. You can't really tell from here what they are. They look like maybe broken dishes. Comes to mind.
Okay.
Well, Brom
Do you
didn't
think
see
we're not
any
alone?
traps. I assume there's other people in here, he says with a frown.
Yeah, we should probably go quietly.
Indeed.
And
I'm
then
not exactly-
Brom reenacts that, what was that, the stealth armor,
Yeah,
The stealth armor TikTok.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, look, he doesn't have plate mail yet. He's just got chain mail. It's far quieter,
Listen.
and he's wearing a gambeson.
I am plate mail.
Okay, so you're just gonna sound like 10,000 pots and pans clanking together,
Literally.
like I do when I wear my armor.
Are we able to close the mouth of the bear behind us in any way?
It is nope. It is
Oh,
just
I don't
an
think
open
that'd be
entrance
good
into a
anyways.
cave.
I don't think I want to close our
Yeah,
only
let's
exit.
not lock our way in here.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, there's people coming behind us.
Yeah, we
No,
killed
we
them.
don't
We
know
got 'em.
that. Pretty sure we got rid of a lot of them.
That's true. We did kill some peoples.
There are 2 paths in this room. One that leads to the north and to the west, and one that leads to the south and to the right.
Brom's gonna check out the alcove.
You look down, and there appears to be so it's rusted iron gate of some kind that's standing open. There's chains on the ground, and it kind of looks like broken plates on the floor. Give me a nature check.
That was a 7. No, he's dumb. He just kind of stares at it and he's like,
Well,
The Gerard will stand at the entrance and stop and look back and say, "My lord, someone is coming."
Well, come stand close to us then in case we have to fight them.
Yes, my
before we
lord.
meet the challenge.
Make his way over. Now that you're closer, Lane, your familiarity with such things, and knowing what lives in Icewind Dale, these appear to be eggshells of some kind.
Ah.
Rather
Oh.
large
Great.
eggshells. But without a successful check, you're not sure what kind.
I haven't made any checks. Could I make a check?
yeah, it was just Brom
Sure.
who's
Go ahead and
failing.
make a nature check.
Nature?
As you're rolling that, Mirth is going to get out his crossbow after Gerard mentions someone's coming and is going to ready an action to shoot if something hostile comes in and tries to attack us.
Yeah. Azerus will kind of seeing the two of them turn around and just say, assuming we will have company soon, then we have the element of surprise currently.
Sorry.
Like that, exactly. Mayhap we
Yes.
just something like that, where we just surprisingly attack them.
Suddenly we
with
get a
ferocious
dog.
barking.
Suddenly.
No,
Woof,
legit.
woof.
Mayhap the rest of you should hide so that our quarry doesn't find you. I
It
could
looks like
certainly
the
be an
face of a
obvious.
D20 or a natural
I-
20.
Yes. Yes, it is.
These are white dragon eggs.
Oh.
Bye.
So we taking one?
They're the cousins we don't talk about.
They are broken shells
Yeah, they're broken.
of white dragon.
Yeah.
There's babies somewhere.
This is.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean over to Brahm only and share this information. I think.
Brahm makes like a quiet space.
Makes that sound actually.
That noise just starts howling.
She's being very bad.
Oh,
Valyria.
So insubordinate. Oh no.
Yay.
Okay. Sorry, she's
I'm
freaked
sorry.
out. She hears someone outside, probably my roommate, making
I'm
a ton
sorry.
of noise.
Sorry that I
Protect
made you
you.
plot relevant at the wrong time.
Yes. Not that, but Brahm kind of looks at the others and then frowns. That's unfortunate. That means that there's probably an adult here somewhere. Well,
that's typically how it goes.
Well, actually, he says, looking at the rusted gate, there's probably just young dragons because it looks like they were being kept here by whoever.
Yeah, it's small enough size for them to get out.
Valyria.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well.
You weren't part of this
You're right.
conversation.
Sorry,
Get out.
I'm just a big robot. Don't mind me. No, I just say well, for no reason at all.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So
well, if
Either-
we're gonna.
we find the egg inhabitants, or we just try and avoid them. What do we think, Brahm?
Well, we don't know who's coming. They may not actually be an enemy, but we should do our best to prepare ourselves in case he is one.
Indeed. Find one of these corners, I guess, and pull
Not.
it up. Good.
It seems like there's only one of them if it is.
Should be all right.
Oh no, there were broken eggshells in both chambers. There's two.
No.
Oh
one
no, I
person-
mean the guy
one
that's
person
coming.
after us.
Oh yeah. Oh no, Brahm thinks there's a lot of baby dragons that are gonna cause
We were
problems, but-
definitely seen though, right? Because we had torches and plate mail giant.
Mirth is not entirely stupid, and after doing an unnecessary Call of Duty crouch back thing with the crossbow that you're pretty sure he couldn't actually shoot with it that way, looks over and sees the eggs, and his little tiny flappy ears that are often hidden amongst the frills kind of go down nervously, and he's like, oh no.
Mirth knows exactly what they are.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I would be
no.
surprised if you didn't.
They're a concern, friend.
We should find a corner or room that we think we can defend well, just in case the person
Baby
approaching
dragons.
us.
Wyrmlings.
More thinking the immediate threat of the person.
That was my thought.
Dragons! I twitch.
I understand, and we can certainly deal with those, but it sounds as if mayhaps someone was coming to check on them?
Or
Oh,
they're just returning to their
great.
lair. They probably are being stored somewhere else if they're still here.
And I agree that we were seen. However, I don't think they would have gotten anything detailed except maybe the light or some footprints, especially some large metal ones. Mayhap,
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
mayhap, this place or you all happened upon a roving robot that came by while you were all looting this place, and things went worse for wear. He's kind of like trying to explain that he's formulating a plan, but is not the smartest robot and is having a very hard time doing so. Effectively, he's saying, you all play dead until whoever gets here, and I'll act like a robot.
We come to lead the war
No.
across the
Okay.
Okay.
Out of plan.
Okay,
Go.
you, Mirth, back to the corner now.
Which corner? There's more of those cultists. We should go down this area,
We come
Mirth
to
says,
lead
looking
This
nervous.
one-
across the
This-
ice.
Too late.
Which
The
one?
arms of
Which one has a back
darkness.
we can see? Get you in there, and I'm gonna
Oh.
take
I don't
up
want to go
front.
in the
Buried
cage.
in the
I want to go out
Everdark.
here.
We
Okay.
come to lead
Then
the
get
war.
there. Be
Shut up
safe.
and lay down! Azerus just yells out incredibly loud.
I sword and shield out.
There, in response to the yell, is this.
The dog? Oh,
Oh, Popo. Fantastic. I'm worried.
is the puppy coming to eat us? Okay,
It's a puppy coming.
that's fine.
Tizer. that radiates from the southeastern section.
All right, let's do this.
Yep, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, so I guess just as the only one not trying to make any effort to hide himself,
Hey, I'm not
Azerus.
either.
Okay, fair enough. Azerus steps towards the voice and just says,
Yeah, let's go.
"I am Azerus of the Metal Guard. You stand accused. Step forward and be judged."
You look like
I am literally metal.
Where'd
What the
it come
fuck are you talking about?
Is
Okay,
this a
fine.
different elevation than this?
It is.
Up here and here?
Yep.
Cool. I want to be on the
Does
crack.
the voice sound like a dragon, like large reptilian, or does it sound like the whispering cultists?
Both. The whispering is coming from outside towards you all.
Yep.
The growling voice is coming from the
Where I am?
8-foot-long
no.
white dragon link
That's why I want to
Oh, hey.
Well,
that
Let's
steps
do
into
this!
view.
Hey, how you doing? Hi.
oh,
what's up?
We're gonna
crap.
do this. We had teamwork before. We could do it again.
I have no problems. Let's
All
do it.
right. Brom is going to do the things that he said he was going to do before.
Eldritch Blast. Yep.
Wait, do we want to try talking it down at all? No? Okay, that's fine.
Also
Yeah, sure,
relevant
let's do
for Mirth is that
cousin.
repeated phrase. You can hear it coming ever so faintly from the path to your north right here.
This is why I wanted you in a
Kidding
place
me.
that didn't have hidden backs.
You can hear that same hope buried in the everdark echoing through the chamber
We're being surrounded.
from that direction.
I'm going to cast, before we start things, I would love to cast Minor Illusion to block up an ice wall coming from that direction to make it look like that area has filled in.
Okay, I'm fine with an ice wall out of initiative.
Yeah.
And then Mirth is our hand out is going to look to all of you and be like,
Get to a spot that you don't have to look at behind your back.
okay.
Sorry about that. Brom's going to go ahead and cast those two spells hopefully before their enemies close in.
You won't be able to cast 2 spells as
No,
the
do
dragon
one.
has stepped into the room.
Okay. And I'll cast one spell. I'm going to
Oh my god.
I'll go ahead and cast. Sorry.
You can focus on you, friend. It's fine. I'm okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm already
I
AC
gotta-
18. 2 more AC. I can wait. It's fine.
Can I get a little Bubby up on screen, BT dubs?
Yeah, 1 second.
Gracias.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and activate his divine weapon thing, but I can't remember the name of ever. Yeah. He's going to activate his channel divinity right now.
Okay.
So he's going to add his charisma modifier made to attack rolls, made with the weapon, now glows.
Everyone else can go ahead and roll initiative while T figures
Oh,
out.
yeah.
what
That's the
that
thing.
is.
Yeah.
Well, fine.
10.
Oh, he's my least handsome paladin. Wait, I think Rue's actually uglier.
No. I love Rue.
I know, but their charisma roll wasn't as high.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're still, you can look pretty and be a little less charming.
That's true. Charisma's
Rue's great.
Not a matter of being cute.
Rue looks great in the painting. Like, that's the thing. Some people just look great on Instagram and it's great, but then you meet them in person and something's just not there, you know?
It's fair. It's fair. Brom just got a 5.
Okay.
So they get +3 to their attack rolls for 1 minute, which is a lot of turns.
It's like 10 of them.
What
right?
did you get for your initiative?
Yeah. It was like 5 or something terrible, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Oof.
Be worse, right?
There we go. Sending order. Mirth, you go ahead and go first.
I'm going to I'll start with this. Don't worry, I'm coming around to the rest of you, but I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Gerard.
Okay.
And I'm going to, let me make a note of that. Okay, then I'm going to, who needs it? I'm going to cast Heroism on Neo.
Thank you.
So Neo, just to tell you, you're imbued with bravery, which is important because dragon. Until the spell ends, you are immune to being frightened, and you gain temporary hit points equal to my mod, which is a mere 3, but you get them at the start of every turn.
Ooh, okay.
Temporary hit points. So keep track of that. Maybe make a note because this stuff can get easy to forget. So at the beginning of your turn, you get 3 extra ones, and then at the end, they all go away. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Try not to get killed, you know? And then Mirth is going to, that'll be Mirth's action, I think.
Action and bonus action?
I think Mirth, yeah, action, bonus action. Move action, I'm not going to do anything. And then I'll end my turn.
Lane.
Okay. I would like to... I don't want to start aggressive. I do want to try talking out, but being surrounded by cultists makes me think probably not. So, can I prepare a spell to go off?
Unused spells are still expended slots.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fair and valid. But I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a spell on the dragon that I can see if it takes any hostile action.
Okay. What spell are you going to cast?
Mind Spike.
Okay.
Oh, I love that one.
We'll keep that in mind. Anything else, Lane?
I would like to bonus action Hexblade's Curse it, please.
Okay. You have Hexblade's Curse, this 8-foot-long dragon.
I don't like that you keep specifying it's 8 feet long. I'm afraid.
It's big, but not too big. I'm just...
Okay, but specifying its size implies that you're going to cast Enlarge on it pretty soon.
Azerus.
KO. All right, let's see. Thinking tactically, Brom's got this position covered. I got Gerard over here in case anyone tries to slip by. Kind of a little worried about this direction, but just to make it clear. All right, Azerus kind of just slide on past his friends, come right here, indicate just kind of with a sort of wag / shoulder throw over at Mirth, just like if things get hairy, just come near me, please. And then just stare down this dragon, just clearly noticing that Mirth seemed a bit concerned about this other dragon, and he's not the smartest robot, but he can piece together dragon-related thing, and there might be some beef there. So, standing up for his friend, he just like sword out directly in front of him, just stares down this dragon, like just clearly indicating like, you touch my friend, I'm gonna break your shit.
Okay.
And that I will also just hold my action. If it takes a hostile action or comes close to me, I will break it. Or
You have to do an intimidation check?
I don't necessarily want to intimidate it. I just want to let it know, like, if it intends to hurt my friend, I'm not afraid to break it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like I mean, it's not like threatening, but I think it would be an intimidate check.
Listen, I
think that's up to the DM.
I will default to our
Yeah,
DM.
that's true.
If you want to hold any action, you can't make any kind of intimidation.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just hold the attack then.
Yep.
And that is... This thing's 8 feet?
Yep.
Yeah, 8 feet's cool. I can wait.
Okay.
I'm like 8 feet.
Brom at the
Can't wait for you to
entrance
wrestle this thing.
to the cave to your right. You hear a as a second one lands at the entrance.
Oh, great.
No.
And you hear it. Yes, kill him. Food.
I count that as a hostile action.
No.
Neo, you're up.
And baby dragons are going to kick our butt.
I can't wait.
And we all heard that kill him.
Yep.
We did.
Yeah.
Well,
I forgot an important initiative roll.
No, you didn't. It's fine.
They're not real.
It's fine.
Okay, then I am going to
Oh,
insert them
crap.
now instead. Okay.
Man. I'm really liking this music, by the way. Like major Castlevania vibes.
Oh, I just turned it off so I can just.
Yeah,
like,
I've had it turned off too for ADHD reasons, but
I just didn't want. I didn't need the dread. You know, I just wanted to believe that things were okay. So I just told. I was like, you know what?
I heard that Castlevania music, and I was like, oh no, it's on. Something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, same.
Neo,
I missed
now you can take your
Castlevania
turn.
music.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
The song that's playing right now is called "Darkness Is Coming." By the way, in case anyone wanted to know.
Cool.
Nice.
And we
love
will
it.
be ending around 11:30.
So fight fast.
Okay.
So however far you want to get, fight fast. Neo.
Neo's going to go ahead and cast Produce Flames on this one
Okay, sounds good.
because we're gonna attack them before they attack us.
Focus fire on this one guy. We gotta just get him out for the
True.
count.
16.
16 is just enough.
Ooh, that's good to know. And that is 6 fire damage.
Full fire damage.
Burn, baby, burn.
You will be first.
Excuse me. And then he's gonna use
I
a
feel threatened.
key point to use the dodge action,
Okay.
and that'll end my turn.
Does that count as hostile towards my friend?
Personally, that sounded pretty hostile.
I mean,
It did sound
as soon
really
as
hostile.
it walked in the room, it threatened to eat people.
I count that as mind spike going off.
To be fair,
Go ahead.
I'm not.
And we'll be more specific with triggers next time than general hostile.
Said hostile action. Threatening to eat is
I'm
very
getting hostile vibes from the enemy. Can my action go off?
Hostile vibes
Go
from the
ahead.
nemesis.
You have to make a save for it.
Which one?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay.
I don't know what
17
my
will
mind
DC
spike.
is. I'm gonna go look for that.
17 is going to pass it. You're not high enough level for it to be more than that.
Rude.
But do check it for later.
Okay. Spell is used.
And then I'm not sure what the success is.
Success is half as much
Half damage. All right, 3d8
That's cool.
halved.
I was not even hoping for that, so that's cool. Two 8s and a 2 is
18? It
16 plus 18. Cool.
All right. It hisses.
cool.
Gerard is going to stand here next to Mirth. Go.
Yeah, Gerard.
My lord, I hear their voices coming again.
Yes, I hear them too. If you could stand here, that would be great. Mirth says, pointing to between him and the mysterious area.
Yeah, yes, my lord. Yes.
Thanks.
He will stand there and kind of be standing sideways, half looking towards your ice wall and half the other way. Sir Brahm.
Rom. Let me see.
I'm so excited that there are dragons.
Yeah, I'm the opposite, not excited.
I'm so
love
excited.
them.
I'm
just
so
so
excited.
I
for
love to be
dragons.
scared. Like
just
that's
wyrmlings.
there's a reason it's Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm gonna punch a dragon real hard.
All right,
Punch it.
well,
Yes.
Rom's gonna punch it
Yes.
first, or try
Oh.
to.
Okay.
So he has a +3 to his attack roll.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna roll. He got an 18 plus.
That'll hit.
A lot. Okay, +9. Yeah,
18 plus high enough number.
plus a lot. Here. It only does 10 damage because that doesn't bonus his damage.
Okay. You hack into the scales of this thing and it hisses.
Oh,
Get
you know
them.
what?
They
Oh, I'm
fight
sorry.
back. What?
Oh, crap. I was going to use my radiant damage thing, but you have to say it afterwards, and I keep forgetting. Can I do that?
So we've already had a fight tonight, and you've reminded yourself. So this is another reminder for yourself to make sure you use your class abilities.
I remembered after I did it, but yes, I'm
Write it on
going
your
to divine
hand.
smite him.
Season it.
Write it on your hand. Put
I
it on
never
a sticky
remember.
note.
Can I still use it? I always forget.
You can use it this time, but make sure you declare
All
it.
right. I try.
Don't use it.
However many spell slots you want to use.
That's me as your nasty DM. Sorry, I'm not the DM in this game.
No, you're not. All right. 2d8.
It's 2d8, and you burn a spell slot.
Yeah, that's my last one. All right. So it does 6 additional.
Okay. The light goes off when your greatsword connects. There's kind of a delay between when you cut and when the burst happens, but the sword hits and poof. The other one is going to take flight.
It can fly. I forgot about this.
Dragon.
And it will fly up close to the about 15 feet up or so. Not quite that far.
Come here.
'cause
Come here, you coward.
we'll fly to here.
Yeah, come here.
Oh, man.
Yep, right there. And
Look
it's
at
going to
that.
be
Look at that beautiful cone.
about
we're
15
arranged in.
feet out there and is going to breathe deep and blast an
No.
icy
Yep.
cone at Lane and Azerus.
Yep.
Cool.
Both of which need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Happening right now, boss. That's a 1. Well, 6 in total. But
Yeah.
No.
it's not a good one. It's not a good look.
15? Yikes.
15
Ooh.
passes.
Oh!
That's 21 damage to Azerus
Could be worse.
and 10.
Hey, look, I healed
to
you at
Lane.
least.
Yeah, thank goodness you got healed.
Hey, I would be unconscious
10.
right now. Were I not?
Damage.
Mirth, you're up.
10 damage. Deal.
Oh, again. Sweet. Oh, that was the prepare round. Sweet.
Yep.
I am going to.
Oh, Mirth is your top of the order. So.
Oh, that's unusual. I'm going to. Let's see. The other one is way down there.
Is the purple indicative of Hexblade's curse, by the way? Just for
Yep.
my notes. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers on this one.
Okay.
Which, please make a Wisdom saving throw. The DC is 13.
4. That's a failure.
Hey.
Nice.
Cool.
Good job.
Thanks.
Any chance Tony gave me a reroll?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Didn't this time.
Yes.
15 damage, and it has to immediately use its reaction, if possible, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. It is going to fly.
And I'm gonna threaten it in Draconic.
Anything
That's how
specific?
this looks. I'm just gonna say, whatever it last said, whatever threatening thing it said, I think Mirth says the equivalent of, your filthy fangs won't touch us.
Okay.
But in Draconic.
30, 35, 40, 45. It goes darting over the top of Brom's head, too high to
Oh.
attack,
Damn.
Here we go.
and disappears into the darkness beyond.
Okay.
Lane.
Can I see it?
No.
How
Your
fast did
vision-
it move?
60 feet is its flying speed.
Alright. Cool. Yikes. Okay, well, that changes my plans. But you know what? Good, because we needed to not have Braum 1v1 a dragon baby. So I will cast Hex on this one
Okay.
as a bonus action. I need to now mark that down. I have a different dragon with a different type of Hex.
Yep.
And then I will Eldritch Blast it, please.
Sure.
That's still rolling a d20. 20, unnaturally.
That'll hit.
Hooray!
Hooray!
And hooray! It's a d10 plus a d6 because he's hexed.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And he is yanked 10 feet towards me.
Okay.
As I
Nice.
use my cool tattoos to just kind of magically lasso him and pull him, dragging.
so
Does
very
he get
much.
AOP'd?
Nope,
Does he
not
what?
for forced
No.
movement.
Mm.
Dissonant
No.
Whispers specifies that you can, but it flew over your head. Forced movement, you cannot. Plus, he wouldn't have provoked anyway because of how it moved.
Mm-hmm.
It is not looking very healthy at all. It's
Gross.
still just a baby
Oh.
wyrmling. Azerus,
Don't make us feel
it's your
bad for
turn.
it.
Thank
Well,
you
not
very much.
baby worm.
I was
He's
just thinking
still
that.
little. He's still
As
just
I
a
was-
little dragon.
Dispatch.
Thank you, Lane, for moving that. As I was 5 feet too short for what I wanted to do.
You're welcome.
This
Aren't we a
is
good
slightly
team?
this is hold on. I mean, selected. This is slightly above us. Yeah, it's like a sort of an incline.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 5-foot
Cool.
ledge.
So
You're just gonna
starting with
jump,
a little
aren't
bit
you?
of a walk, eventually picking up into a nice little jog, and then a full-on sprint. Sword up. I will take the rest of my movement to basically go my full 30 right here, jumping in midair, growing into conquest mode, and coming down with an attack on this thing's head. Is my
Okay.
game plan.
Yes.
Anytime you ascend or descend something that you can't just step up, I need you to make an athletics check to avoid losing any of your movement.
20.
Okay.
2. Sorry,
You're fine.
22. Cool. So I'm right here.
You land
yeah,
and
so-
expand.
Yeah, just like landing in this.
Land and expand.
Like a life boat.
Yeah, and I just want to come and just nice swing attack across this thing towards the face area.
Go ahead with advantage.
That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, 2d6 plus giant's might, because I'm a big old, and I'm also gonna go ahead and blow a maneuver on menacing attack.
Okay.
So after this hits, I'm gonna need to get a save, but give me a second on that one, because yeah, that's 10 plus 4 is 14 plus 3 is that much damage, and then I also need you to make a DC 13, I believe it's Wisdom saving throw, if I'm right. Yes, Wisdom saving. Please and thank you.
7. It fails.
You are horrified of me.
There is a look of terror that crosses this thing's face right before you split its head in half.
Nice.
Off to a good start.
Love it. Yeah, just like dragon blood just splashing all over Azerus's upper torso and then body, just
Feel kind of bad.
breathing out that like
Poor little baby
large wisp
dragon.
of smoke from its mouth.
Did you just say you feel bad for it, Neo? Because if so, Mirth will perk up his ear and say, "Don't," like in a really sharp, crisp tone. Of like, no, we have to kill these things, non-negotiable.
No, if that's the call, then I'm glad that I did.
You
And yeah, that's a matern.
Okay. Both Gerard and Mirth hear from just beyond your illusory wall
Oh no.
this whispered refrain. Hope buried in the Everdark, we come to lead the warm across the way. It just paused there, repeating.
Mirth will give everybody a heads up, just in case they didn't hear it, of course. Always assume that I am repeating to all of you whatever I hear, okay?
And then 3 more. One that has what looks like
Oh,
a
crap.
lantern haphazardly hanging from it. A magical lantern. There's no flame. Just this glow emanating. 3 of them appear at the door. And as their eyes fall on the group of you, that call gets louder. Hope buried in the Everdark, we come to lead the warm across the eyes into the arms of darkness. This is the darkness. And that's where we will end for this evening.
Creepy.
We're boned.
Thank you for sticking around for the combat today. Killed a dragon wyrmling, surrounded by cultists. Cultist is too weak of a word. That's why I keep fighting with it.
Berserkers.
They are more like addicts than anything else.
It's
Frostbitten, zombified somethings.
they've been transformed.
There's definitely something transformative about it. But that is where we will pause for now. Now, there are a couple important notes. Chat, don't go anywhere. There will be no game 2 weeks from now. I will be in Chicago with my wife for our 14th anniversary. So that is that weekend. And about this time, hopefully we will be having a super late dinner at this time. So we're heading that direction, going to a Canto for dinner that night. An Italian place.
What kind of food is? Oh, Italian. Yes. Yep. Is that where you had a first date?
No, we hadn't been to Chicago. We've definitely not been just us. We've been there like on family vacations with other like when I was a kid we went to Chicago and I don't think and then we went in when we were teenagers with a big group with the church we were with. But anyway, it's a completely different kind of Chicago for us now. So we won't have a game then. We will be gone for a month before we see what kind of darkness the group has walked into.
I'm so sad. This is good.
So
it's really juicy.
It's kind of an interesting place to end. I was curious which way it would go. So don't go anywhere. Stick around for just a little bit. We'll spend about 10 or 15 minutes decompressing. And, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them. I'm going to turn the music way, way down. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them. We'll address them as we kind of talk about what has happened, what went on. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms, now is the time.
Yes, please tell me, but also I'm going to rescue my other dog really quick.
Puppy! I just am so proud of our superhero montage. Like, I feel like that went really well with all of us being like, okay, you do that to you, you help you.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I love this, especially considering how Wednesdays go.
Yep.
Wednesdays, we all hate each other, and here it's like, we're a family.
Yeah, same. Like, especially after TOA Tuesday, I was like, oh, I kind of needed this. And of course, that's no shade to the TOA group. I fucking love them all, obviously.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I love Wednesday people, but like our characters.
Yeah, after the incredibly tense session we had on Tuesday, to have this was very, very much needed. A lot of fun teamwork. A lot of really good
This was good
moments.
Teamwork.
It was a good game. Dane, or Last HP, thank you for DMing. Another feather in your cap is the way that you handled the teleportation situation with the igloo. That was baller. And the way that you handled that skill challenge, fantastic. I'm plagiarizing your style. That was very smartly done. That was like high stakes, high drama, slow motion. That shit can be scary. And it was a really exciting high point for me as a player too. Like I haven't in a long time felt my heart in my throat with genuine fear. Like, wow, we're all gonna just die ignominiously underneath a pile of snow. Wow. You know what I mean? Which is what this campaign promised anyway, so I guess it'd be delivering. But so thank you.
Yeah, that was really really good and very natural too. Like just us like figuring out like, are we up high? Are we down like underground? Where are we? And how do we survive now that we're running out of air?
Yeah,
perfect.
Like
scary.
Normally when you're like, oh, these are the things that happen in cold weather, I'm like, I know this and I got this and it's fine. Like I can think like, okay, this is how you would address it. And you're like, you're buried under 20 feet of snow. And I'm like, I have been taught how to deal with it. And the way that you deal with it is make peace with your gods. And so just like, oh no. So like, that was very visceral for me of like, I know how you would react in this situation without magic and there's no hope there. And so it was just like, okay, that was so real. Like it was so good. Well done.
That was excellent. Yeah.
I'm not particularly claustrophobic or anything, but one of my sincere phobias is being buried alive. And so having something like that is really terrifying to me, just to imagine what's going on and trying to, I've done things as a DM where I've done the stupid math, and if you do DM, you're like, okay, well, how much oxygen is there in a space like this if this many people? Don't ever do those, because the math actually works out that you guys could have lived in that igloo for like a day and a half before you all suffocate. So, for the sake of drama, you just kind of do it differently.
Do it for the story.
You do it for the story.
The fun part of this was like getting to play Azerus here was like, because like, not to out myself as a nerd in chat, but like I was a Boy Scout for a couple years. So the moment you were like, okay, you're buried, I was like, all right, we have time. Let's not rush.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait. As a being that's never breathed, I don't think Azerus would know that. So like all this, like the immediate scout Foxy wanted to be like, all right, everyone sit still, conserve motion. Like we'll think about like we have time. We'll plan it out. We'll try every option we can. And like I couldn't bring any of that, and because like I as a player couldn't bring that. So like there was like a very, very fun tension of like, how do I communicate to them that we can do this without like breaking character here? And I loved that, like just all of it kind of played really well narratively, like everything from like Mirth having the moment like hinge on you and you just about passed out, but be like, no, I have to do this. Like,
that was all Cole, Robbie.
So good.
Thanks, Cole.
Like, thank you, Cole. By the way, you're amazing.
Thank
but
you.
like,
That was
like, overall,
that was
like,
an excellent character moment.
Chat Claire.
That was the hand of
Claire.
Timora. Oh shit, that was what it was, and that's what Mirth is going to believe. It was Lady Luck.
But like even more than that, for Lane and Azerus to have that brief, like almost quick spat over the ring, and then as soon as there's a bad problem, everyone goes, fuck that, we have problems. Like we're a family. Let's solve this first. Like I very much love the fact that like any and all tension was dropped as soon as like, all right, we're in trouble. Like we have to get this figured out. Like
we're gonna die.
Like his friends were in trouble. Like he woke up to realize like, oh, people are passed out. I can be a bratty like teen later. I have to help my friends first. And like his first thought was like, if I can get hot, I can get myself out of here.
The thing that I loved so very much was one of the things that I like to do with skill challenge type stuff is I yes and everything on skill challenges. If there is any even semi-viable way it'll work, I'm 100% for it. And something that I really enjoyed was Mirth's decision to try and save Gerard.
That was so good.
And what I had in mind for this is all of you were going to have actions. At the end of the actions, you had Constitution saving throws that got harder every time. It was 15 the first time, 18 the second time, 20 the next time, and it was going to get harder and harder and harder. And every time you failed, you were going to drop another level. You know, this levels of asphyxiation that I arbitrarily made up. To do that exchange, you know, to make that offer, okay, yeah, I will let you, you know, go down a level to bring him up a level, was so great. And then there was that determining spell that you had to cast that you initially would have failed without the reroll. That wouldn't have been a big deal if you hadn't made the decision the turn earlier to go down to tunnel vision. So it it was so great for me to watch this play out. That skill challenge it's not written down anywhere.
That was amazingly done.
Well,
and
very good.
I liked it.
SHP, the way you
great.
So in that moment, by the way, and thank you to all of you and Cole particularly, because that is a beautiful narrative moment. And that's why tabletop games can be real cool. I just wanted to compliment you being off the cuff really fast. Like you were like there, you're like, okay, here's a fair thing. You can trade. And that is a mechanical decision. But that was a great way to like, to not make it like, let's sit down and henpeck like every single number and figure out that we can make it a high risk experience, but we can also keep the pace bumping so we don't lose.
I think it's the first sign of like becoming an experienced GM low key, like is like start stopping to be so much like hard numbers, hard mechanics on everything, and just saying, you know what, I can kind of just play this and let things figure out what they are. Like the ability to make calls like that on the fly, like, yeah, sure, I guess this is how this will work. That's how you make challenges like that really, really fun. Like I watched this really interesting like hour and a half breakdown on like, if you think about an encounter, everything is a matter of like resources being drained, right? Whether it's spell slots, health, like exhaustion levels, anything. So even something like this, where it's like, here you have asphyxiation meters for everyone, where it's like, that's a resource that you have to work within and being drained. Once you get that idea of like, every encounter is a resource being drained, all you have to do is think, what is the encounter? What's the resource? How can I make them either trade or drain it? And so thinking like, I think you played that really, really perfectly well to like, just like to balance out that. And I think it's something like GM should look at as like models for how to make any skill challenge, whether it's like drowning or getting out of a spaceship, a car chase, just like everything is about draining resources. Give them a number, have that number get lower or higher. If they get to a certain high point, they pass it. If they get to a certain low point, they fail it. Just start there, and you can build super crazy challenges. And I think you did that so great.
Yeah, no, that was really good. Actually, and I'm going to compliment Al's RPing, because usually I don't compliment anyone for RPing because I suck. But having that having that moment where you had an NPC who really doesn't matter, like they're going to leave in like 5 days.
No,
in
they're
game,
not.
and
We're keeping them.
They're
forever.
leaving 5 days in game, and they're not a major character. And they had a trade-off where Mirth could very likely die in the next turn if he didn't pass his save. And you just like, without any hesitation, were just like, do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna because that's a very in-character thing for Mirth, but for a lot of players, they would be hemming and hawing about this decision. So I'm just gonna say that was good role play, because I was kind of thinking, I'm thinking about it mechanically, because like Brom was kind of screwed, but everyone else I was kind of weighing like what they'd
It's
do.
okay. I would have come over and traded a level with you. You're fine.
I have a story game background, so part of mine is there's a rule in my other gaming circles of kill your darlings, which doesn't mean be reckless, but it means like we have a motto of do it for the story. Like whatever would be interesting. Like with Foxy, I see that a lot whenever you're leaning towards martyring Azerus. That's actually a good example of, if you keep it in the right bounds, it's a great example of do it for the narrative, if that makes sense. And that's cool. Like that's where the reason we play games is for the role playing. Like the mechanics are here to create tension, to create stakes, and when they're used well and employed well, like was tonight, it can be great. And so thank you for the compliment on the role playing thing, for sure. If you come at it like from a method acting perspective, that you just die.
I think it's so
that's the
good.
motto.
Like, I mean, I always try. I do my best to stay in character when I'm playing, because I'm a smart person, but like Brom's a dumb person. So I'm trying to think,
and isn't it freeing?
What would a dumb person do? And then I like think of his decisions. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, but like in this situation, I was just kind of like, what would I do? And like because I'm actually in real life, I can survive pretty well, believe it or not. So I was like, what would I do? Well, I would start like, tunnelling out and like what way is up and stuff. And Brom doesn't know this. He just knows they have to go out and hopefully don't collapse the roof.
Yeah, him poking the javelin up was brill, and a very like intelligent survival thing to do.
Yeah,
he tried.
I liked it.
He wanted air.
Brom is smart.
It gave you information.
Yeah.
Gave information that he would not have air.
I do want to say I am very sorry for not making, because I didn't make anyone do anything, but like allowing you guys to hurt me. Like I talk a lot about like in my tables, like where the line for player consent is. Like there's obviously some hard lines, like no casting things like charm person on a player, stuff like that. Obvious lines, but on some tables, even things like no dealing damage to a player can be a thing that some tables don't like to cross, because some people don't like to make their characters feel like they're hurting their friends' characters. So like I noticed that I didn't really clear that with you guys before we went with it, and I'm glad we all went with it and it was cool, but I do want to say that I'm sorry for not like checking in with you guys before.
I think it was totally cool, because like you didn't ask, but also we weren't expecting the situation either, and it was a very in-character thing to offer.
Well,
yeah, and you initiated it.
Oh. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You initiated it.
And we have torched Azerus for heat before.
Yeah.
So
that was my thought. I was like, we've done this once before. I didn't know you had heat metal, Mirth. If you had that, I would have just gone with that in the first place. But I was like, all right, we don't have heat metal, but we got
it's new.
So, but now we had both.
Very conveniently new.
We had
amazing.
Right, for real. I used it in like one other combat.
Yeah,
you did. I don't remember what, but
it's a
you used it to heat
killer
someone's
spell.
hand, I think.
Yeah.
You heated like in the care Denival.
Yeah,
one
you
of the
heated someone's
cards.
helmet, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. I do remember
The
that.
spell is stupid good. If any of you
It's
get a
so
chance
amazing.
to get it, like
It's
it has
really
such an
great.
unassuming
Incredible.
name. It's like heat metal. It's like no.
But
Heat metal.
it's
Like,
really crappy to have someone use it against you is what it is. Because I
Yeah, it
remember
is.
we fought like an archdevil, and he cast heat metal with my sword.
Oh,
And I was like, well, guess I'm not using that.
punch!
Oh my
And then-
god.
Punch
Shortly
hard!
thereafter, he flew high in the air and cast heat metal on my armor. And I was just like, well, guess we don't get that
Get
either.
naked.
Get
Mhm.
naked.
That's
Yeah,
true.
this was at
Emergency
least we're on level
release.
12
Yeah.
then. Yeah,
Relax.
there is no if anyone's ever had armor, there is no emergency release.
There
There's
is
you
not.
like pulling
No.
at straps in your armpit.
You mean
and
it's
screaming.
not like Chippendales? You can't just Velcro rip your plate mail off?
Quick-
No, that's a different character.
Throw
That's
away
my
armor.
werewolf. My
Quick
werewolf
release plate mail.
Chippendales off of his
Wait,
Chippendales
wait, hold
off
on.
his-
Patent that. That's genius.
Yes.
Yeah, my werewolf Chippendales off his uniform. So
Last HP hero,
Amazing.
seller of rugs and bread, quick release chainmail.
can you imagine?
I
God, but
have a question.
Yes.
I just want to check with you since you just told us one of your deepest fears of being buried alive.
Yeah.
How did it feel to subject 5 of your friends to being buried alive?
Are you good?
so-
Like, are you cool, Ben?
Do you have some things to work out?
No, the
Just like how was that?
when I set the DC for this,
Mm-hmm.
it had to be high because the levels had to be tripped.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had to get higher because that's how it works. And when you started, when Mirth failed the redone roll,
Mm-hmm.
I had a little bit of anxiety. Not like an unusual amount, not like a super heavy amount, not an uncomfortable amount, but I didn't expect any kind of reaction to it. But knowing that almost whatever Al rolled, they were going to roll high enough to send Azerus the rest of the way, and suddenly they can't roll because Mirth has gone unconscious,
That would have sucked ass.
that would have
God.
gone back to the slow digging.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what would have happened
Brom
if
would
it took
die.
2 more rounds to get through when
I would've
Brom
got
is
you.
already,
Yeah.
and so there was I had a little bit more of a reaction. I thought I was not quite as happy as Al with that reroll that they did. But I was
I did a
pretty-
victory lap around the living room.
It was great.
I saw you disappear.
running.
Yeah, we saw you run off. I was like, oh, and Al's gone. Okay.
I was just like, oh.
No, I'm so
Putting my
glad you had
socks
that.
off.
You deserved it. I'm so glad you had that moment.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
it's
very
That was very
important.
good.
Like-
So good.
I mean, I'm sure this is obviously
Wow.
obvious to say, so I'm sure I'm saying the redundant here, but like, if any moment like that ever occurs again where it's a bit too intense HP, please feel
Oh,
free
no,
to
it
pull us
wasn't.
out too. Like,
no, it wasn't. It
yeah,
wasn't
no,
too
I
intense
obviously,
to
I'm
do.
sure you were
It
fine.
was-
You got this. You're the toughest of any of us. But like, if it ever gets to be too much, do not be afraid to pull out. Like, as a DM, we're like, sure. Again, we're
Yeah.
your friends first.
We have safety tools.
Oh yeah, we've got
Yeah,
we
we're
have.
good.
It's the stuff that we've talked about and that we do, and yeah, I mean, I'm not going to suck it up and plunge myself into something that's damaging to me. So I think that's the way I can reassure you there.
Yeah.
It was interesting to me because I wasn't expecting any reaction at all from me internally, and there was a little bit of reaction internally.
Yeah.
So not a super strong one, not a super negative one, but
It'll get you. The
It was-
RP will come for us all.
Yep, it was wonderful. I did
Good.
wonder if Gerard was just.
I was so afraid that you're
Don't
gonna
I thought he
take
was
wake up
from
and he's
me.
like,
bro.
I
I
want,
thought he was plugged.
I want Gerard.
Don't take
to
him
make
from
it
me.
through to day 6.
I-
want
listen,
Gerard
I
to
do
make it through to
too.
day 6.
I need Gerard to retire happily at the end of 6 days. Like he can go live in
But
Bremen
he's
with
literally
my
6 days from retirement.
Come on, can he
Literally
please just go
6
live
days from
in
retirement.
town?
But you know what? Mirth's regret is not like when there's time he wants to ask Gerard, like, what are you
His
into?
whole life story.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Please.
are you seeing anyone?
HP, you have a
Make it
month.
happen.
Build this whole NPC out, please. We
Oh,
need backstory.
Gerard?
We need parents' names.
Blood
Gerard's
types?
responses to all sorts of questions like that are already set. So
Do you want kids or
Like Dragon Age? Is it like Dragon Age, like questions where you go down, you ask them different questions in a tree? I've been
Oh,
missing out.
when
Never
I
proxy
was
again.
when I was a new DM, I tried doing that sort of thing, and it is such a waste of time. So
You tried designing it in advance?
no, the responses. So I would have a page of if the party asks this question, this
Oh.
is the response.
Oh
If they ask this-
wow!
So
I also used to do
How
I
that.
would
much?
have important NPCs with like half-page dialogue responses, because I played the heck out of, you know, the Baldur's Gate 2 style games, and that's what you get. And if you want the information, you ask the right question. And when I was a new DM, I thought, oh, that's so cool, that's the way we should do it. And then you start playing with like real people with real thoughts and that ask real questions instead of the, you know, basic 2 questions that I came up with, and it would never work out. I mean, and so, yeah, DM tip. All you need to know about your NPCs is what they want, what they're doing, where they are right now, and some idea of what they would or wouldn't know. You don't have to know exactly what it is. You just have an idea of if they would have any idea or not. And that's, you know, those things. Yeah. What's their secret? You can give, when you go into some of the NPC design lectures, it's really funny to give a secret to NPCs that is either Easter eggy or something else like that, because that it's a way to tie NPCs to the world in a more realistic way. But generally, if you approach those 3 things, you can deal with any basic interaction. But motive is just such an important thing. And if you can take just a moment to have that idea of what does this person actually want, it answers so many questions. I mean, you meet somebody that's been captured in a dungeon for, you know, a month and a half. What do they want? They want to go home. So that answers any question that's going to be asked really quickly, to the point of, you know, even reiterating the same response, which is fine. But anyway, so there's my DM tip for that sort of thing.
I'm taking notes.
That's a good one. God, I mostly just try. I'm so cheap with the most I've done thus far for GM prepping type things is that I read through like their profile and stuff to get a better sense of them, because most of like the preset things have like some information for you. And then like I'll read through their responses, and then as people ask questions, I'll try and fit those responses to their questions as best I can. And obviously sometimes it doesn't work because they'll ask like some completely different thing. Or they can be like my player in the other games who like, I don't remember what they asked. They asked something that was like, what? They asked a lot of very weird questions about the NPC, and I was like, okay, I don't even have answers for that. Now I have to make some things up.
Yep.
Because I'm glad that you guys prepare for DMing. I just go in naked. I'm just like, here we go. Where are my notes?
You do.
Oh yeah.
You do a great job.
I barely prep anymore. I used to be very, very intent with prep, and like if like for like important sessions, I'll put a bit more work in. But half the time these days, I'm like, all right, I got like a plot beat or 2 I want to hit, and I'm just like, all right, we'll just go in blind, whatever.
I actually prep a lot.
My all, but you know,
you do a good job, Al. No, I think you do.
What you chaos beasts do.
No, I think you do good. I mean, I've mostly stepped up because I'm one of like 5 GMs that we play with. Basically, my entire other D&D group are all GMs, and one of them told me that my game, like, they would rather have a story but by like one of the other GMs that plays with us but isn't currently GMing, and I was like, I take that as a challenge. I am going to do way more work before my sessions, thanks. And we're gonna level up this RPing and also make your life harder because I was making these fights too easy. So
the vast majority of my prep happens before campaigns ever start. I will plan out certain story beats or how I think certain beats should or will go, and I'll put a lot of energy into that front end and into general story arc planning, and that's where almost all the heavy lifting goes. So I'll do a huge amount of more work leading up to a new game than as the game starts going, because as the game's going, it's things like keeping an eye on encounter building and that sort of thing. And I used to think encounter building was the best part of D&D. I loved making the fights and I loved doing all that, and I just hate it. It's so tedious. I hate it.
It's my least favorite part of doing anything. I hate it so much.
It takes so long, and then you grab especially when I want to customize an encounter. Like, well, if you had gotten to the goblin ambush, the entire encounter is customized, so it took me more time to prep that encounter than it did to than it did to plan for the being buried under the snow.
And like all of my players are thinkers, so like they do this thing where like they'll be in combat and they'll spend 45 minutes going, So by like the 6th round where they've killed off like half of the baddies, I'm like, you know what? The rest just run. I'm tired. I don't care.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh,
please.
No. End combat when it's not fun anymore. Hey, the Fey Realm, we are wrapping up our decompress.
The timing!
So you know, the Fey Realm, at the end of all the games I DM, we have a decompress session. We address any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms, things that happen in the game, that sort of thing. So thank you for coming in. Sorry that we're leaving so soon. But yeah, it's wonderful to have you here for these last few moments. But what I was saying was, from a prep standpoint, you know, I poured more energy into making that combat ready to go. And, you know, even if it's a great fight, it's not going to be as good as what happened underneath the snow with this little skill challenge that took place. So, you know, so that's the funny thing about DM prep for me at this point is, you know, it's planning for the beats and what beats can be interesting to the group. Well, an example from last Wednesday at the Curse of Strahd game is the closing beat is the offer that is made to Ficus that completely changes all of what Corndog was planning for her character. Those are the things that I want to plan. I want to plan I want to give you as a player a tough decision for your character that creates a dramatic or compelling or, you know, enjoyable moment. And that can happen in combat, but, you know, not always.
I agree. And like, I found like, I ran like probably one of the best campaigns I ran was like a horror game that I put together. And one of the two cool things happened. And one of them was a player made the decision to take a blow for another player and died. And that was or the character, you know, of one player did something to get himself killed in front of the other character. That was like super amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They knew they were going to die, by the way. These monsters are like Jason Voorhees, pretty much. It literally, all the players, there were 13 of them. There were a lot. They didn't know what any of these monsters were. So they were like, they gave them all stupid nicknames. So the big guy became Jason, or Jason X, because he was big. But he could pretty much kill people in one blow. And the two guys were cornered, and they were both like weak guys who didn't have any weapons, and one of them like threw himself into the monster and took that blow so that the other guy could escape. And I was just like, that is good.
Just like what Lane keeps trying to do, and none of the enemies take him up on it, and it's fine. But...
Well, hey,
I just want my death to mean something to one of y'all.
We have spent quite a bit of time this evening.
Yeah.
It is just now after midnight. Which a long time ago, the hard cutoff was going to be 11:30. So apparently it's not very good at maintaining a hard cutoff. But we are going to go a rating. Let's see. Madbird Streams is going with a whole screen full of interesting looking folks. So we're going to head over that way to Madbird. So thank you again for joining us this evening. Unfortunately, we'll not be playing 2 weeks from now. We will be back a month from now, where we will see what happens as more of these cultists have arrived, and why in the world would they have said this is the darkness. So,
madness.
Until we see you then, be good.